episode of For the Love of the Game, episode 25. We've reached the quarter century mark. And this week, got a lot to get through. We're back. It's three of us this week. Skervin's back. Ronaldo's here, as myself, Dre. Lads, what's everyone saying?
Good, man. Here for the love of the game.
Always. A lot to get through. Obviously, no Premier League action this weekend due to the passing of Queen Elizabeth. We're going to touch on that in a bit later, should the games have been postponed. But we'll get to that a bit later. But since we last recorded, there's been some big news in the football world. Most importantly, at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Before balls kicked, I did say something don't seem right with Chelsea, And here we are, first week of September. After a shock Champions League defeat to Dynamo Zagreb, the next morning, Thomas Tuchel was sacked. Graham Potter was in by Friday or Thursday. Boy, lads, what's your thoughts? We'll start with Tuchel getting sacked first. We'll get to Potter in a minute. Were you guys surprised at the timing of Tuchel getting sacked?
Definitely.
Yeah.
After spending so much money in the transfer window, I think it was one game after the transfer window finished, didn't it? And
two, I think, yeah.
Was it two?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of quick, man. Obviously, I know you expect them to just be up and running, but it takes takes time for things to work out. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it seems that the owners weren't happy with him or whatever he was doing. You know what I mean? So seems like they're ruthless. You know what I mean? Just like Abramovich has been in the past. So it's all rumors all going around that Abramovich is still in charge of the club. I don't know how true that is.
Whoa.
You know?
Hey, Skervin's out here. Skervin's been gone a week and he's dropping exclusives and that.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised with these money, man. Get me? You might have Chucky better and just said, you know what? Just run the thing, be the face of the thing, but this is my club, do you get me? So you never know. You never know.
Oh, all right, Skervin. Dropping bombshells.
Man.
You have to start calling Skervin Romano.
And here we go, guys.
Ronaldo, what's your thoughts on Tuchel getting sacked, and were you surprised?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I know Chelsea's been playing, well, what can you say, rubbish, but to be fair, I thought they would give him time to get things right, to be honest, because he just spent all that money, you know what I mean? Got Aubameyang in, and obviously he said he's only coming because of Tuchel. So I don't know, man. I was surprised. It was shocking. It was a weird decision.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked too. I did think he would go at some point, but not literally the morning after a game. That's a bit crazy. To me, it seems like it was a bit premeditated. But as you said, why? Like you guys have said, why would you sack the man a week? Not even a week after the window's closed. Like that. Why give him the money to spend? It seems a bit weird. It seems a bit kamikaze by Chelsea. But in terms of where did it go wrong? Is there a specific game where you guys think it went wrong for Tuchel, or was it just the whole totality of the summer just bleeding itself into this season?
Well, I think it's accumulation of everything. You got to take pre-season, summer, everything into account. Do you know what I mean? Because all he's been doing is moaning. If I'm fair, all he's been doing is complaining, moaning, you know what I'm saying? All summer, pre-season, he lost to Arsenal 4-0. They weren't worried, but I was thinking, what's going on at Chelsea? That's not Chelsea. And after that
Mm.
game, he was moaning, whinging again. You know what I mean? It's just that it's you can tell like the owners and Tuchel wasn't really on the same page. You know what I mean? So I have to
Mm.
consider that the relationship just came to an end because the form was rubbish, bro. Like if you look at Chelsea, they won against Everton, but come on, man.
That game is
You
so.
know what I'm
That was one of
saying?
the worst games of football I've ever seen.
Thank you. And they won against Leicester. Come on, man. They could have
But I
lost
think
that
Yeah,
game. You
Leicester
know
should
what
have
I
won
mean?
that game still. Yeah.
There you go. It was on the edge, and West Ham. It could have been you know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's accumulation of everything: relationship, form, the team, the players not happy. But like I said, I still think it would have been given more time because the caliber of manager he is.
Mm. What's your thoughts, Kevin? Do you think where do you think it went wrong for Tuchel?
I think Ronaldo's right from, like he said, from day one of pre-season. It's Tuchel's first uh, press conference after the first game. All he's done is whinge. You know what I mean, about different things. And there was a Sky Sports interview also did as well, where he was talking, saying that he has to do more than the football things on the pitch now, and it's kind of he don't want to do that. All he wants to do is just focus on the football side of things.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So obviously something ain't right. So I think they just wanted to part companies ASAP instead of,
Mm.
but it's just weird timing, like you said, straight
It,
after the transfer window.
you know what? I think it's one of those where I said it from the get go when Todd Bowie took over that he's gonna want his own man, because obviously owners when they take over want to make statements. If it ain't players, big signings, it's gonna be a big name manager.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we'll touch on Potter in a minute because he ain't a big name manager. But obviously they want to make statements. So Bowie's statement was 200 odd million first transfer window.
yeah,
But at the same time, that statement that Chelsea released on was it Wednesday morning was very telling, especially when it said it seems that he had lost the dressing room and um he wasn't really trying to stay in contact much with the ownership and the transfer team. And
Yeah.
when the transfer team was not a director of football or a sporting director, it was data analysts and was it data whatever, data scientists and all that. I can imagine Thomas Tuchel just wanted to switch off
yeah.
because in his mind he's just thinking, raw, like you said, I just want to do my job. I'm a manager. That's what I do. But he's having to be director of football. He's having to tell an owner who clearly doesn't know much about football because allegedly man's talking about he should be playing 4-4-3.
Nah, sorry. Sorry, Jay. That's
like,
funny.
to me, I could understand if he switched off, but at the same time, you can't switch off with an owner. You gotta, even if you don't want to listen to what the man's saying, you've got to relay some sort of contact with your boss in it, because obviously, if something's going wrong, the manager's just going to go talk to the players.
Well,
Because
regardless of that, it's
because
disrespect.
in American sport, that's what the players do. If they're not happy with the coach, they go to the ownership
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Yeah, this guy, it's not working out here. He's not talking to us. Everything's broken down. All right,
Mm.
cool. Say no more." So, like in terms of Bowie, like how he would move, he'd be like, "All right, cool. We'll go get next guy in." But obviously, this man knows nothing about football because he asks a new signing about who should be my next manager, which is absolutely ridiculous in my eyes. But
Who did that?
Todd Boy, apparently, he asked Cucurella about
Cucurella.
yeah,
Oh,
Bowie, Todd
Eh,
Bowie asked Cucurella about what's his name, Graham Potter, before he went and talked to him. This is when he signed him. So you asked about his tactics and whatnot. How ludicrous is that in modern day football, bruv? Your
Thank you.
owner is asking.
But what does Boyle know about tactics?
Thank you. He's
Man,
gonna
bro,
ask the manager that's won the Champions League, can't you play 4-3?
foot,
Come on, man. This is
So
hey,
beyond ridiculous, bro.
Tuchel must have felt disrespected when he
Ah,
said
bro,
thank
that.
you. I
He's like,
agree,
yeah,
Skirt. That's what I said, Skirt. I was thinking, imagine that, Dre. You
I'm a
think he's
Champions League
insulting you.
manager, bro.
That's
I'm a Champions
yeah.
League winner. And you're telling me
Like, are you
what the
trying to
Chelsea
insult
are
my
doing?
intelligence? Think about it, Dre.
that's
His
true.
reaction
That's
is like,
true.
are you
To
Bruv,
trying
me,
to
this
yeah,
man
insult me?
only found out about football when Chelsea got on the market, bruv. That's the only time
Thank
he
you.
knew about
of course.
football.
And
I
You're
agree.
gonna come and
and
tell
here's
me about
here's my thing,
4-3-3?
yeah.
Yeah,
Here's my
yeah.
thing, yeah. It's not like this guy's. You know what? For example, imagine if it was Man United. Don't like to go back to the Ollie days, but you see, if it was
Please,
Man United,
please
yeah,
don't, bro. Please don't.
oh, sorry, but you know, like for example, yeah, Ollie ain't got much credit in the bank in terms of winning things as a manager. So if an owner put like slightly suggested a few things, he might be talking rubbish, but okay, you might want to listen to him. But Tuchel is a Champions League winner. No matter if he won it in front of nobody, he won the big ear trophy in it. Chelsea are world champions. You cannot be telling man how you should be spending that 270 odd million exactly how Tuchel wants that 270 million spent, you know.
Mm.
I agree.
Not with data analysts and data scientists telling you, oh, you should go get that guy. Are you silly? What is this? This ain't the NBA, bruv. That's what you do in the NBA. Go get your data analysts and your data scientists and do whatever. Not in the Prem. And to me, I I feel sympathy for Tuchel because he wasn't given a chance to turn it around.
Yeah.
But like that statement said, in terms of losing the dressing room, once you've lost the dressing room and you're not communicating with the board, you're basically you're like on the Titanic, mate. You're gonna sink. So, boy, it is what it is. But in terms of that, um, we'll get to Thomas Tuchel's legacy. Do you think like what's his legacy now that he's left Chelsea? Do you think he's left Chelsea in a better place than when he was when he took over? Get that to you, Ronaldo.
Well, boy, it's a good question. I would say, yeah. It's like for most Chelsea fans, yeah, and I'm not being disrespectful, but they're used to that. They're used to managers coming 18 months, 16 months, 15 months, and they're all legends because they deliver, they win trophies. You get what I mean?
Mm.
To be a Chelsea legend, all you have to do is put trophies in the cabinet. So, in terms of legacy, yes. I don't know about legendary, but in terms of legacy, yes, he's definitely a part of the club's history now because he's won them their first world championship. Know what I mean? That's a
Mm.
big thing to the
Do you,
hardcore fans.
so
Yeah,
you don't think because they won the Champions League he's not a legend?
no, because at
Oh,
Chelsea they're funny. He's a legend because of that world championship. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea
mm,
fans are spoilt, and you
that's
guys
right.
have really realized they're very spoilt. Like they're a particular group, yeah, where it's gonna be interesting now moving forward. But we get to that. But I don't think the Chelsea fans regard him being a legend for winning the Champions League as much as the World Championship. I think they say he's a legend because he's won a trophy that they've never won before. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, that's my opinion. I think.
Skervin, what do you think Tuchel's legacy will be at Chelsea?
The Champions League, obviously, innit? That's the big major one. And like Ronaldo said, the club cup as well, Club World Cup, because that is the first time they won it as well. And yeah, that, but I don't like again. Yeah, I don't think he's a legend. There, like yeah, that did it with the Prem. That's the big one. That's what you. That's the one that everyone wants. Yeah, everyone wants the Champions League, but everyone wants the Prem, mate. That's the number
Yeah,
one thing you want. At the
yeah,
end of at the start of the season, that's what you're going for, the Prem. You get me? So if you're a legend, Ancelotti's talk about legend. Ancelotti's a legend. Done it with Chelsea as well. Do you know what I mean? That's a like win the champion. The win the Prem is a hard task, man. Forget the
Yeah,
Champions
definitely.
League. The Prem is a hard task, man.
It's the
So you have
hardest.
to give it. Yeah, you have to get to the team who do win it. Do you know what I mean? So
But do
yeah,
you think you know with Tuchel's Champions League win? Yeah. Do you think he
mm,
was right place, right time?
100%. Because it's not like he picked. Where were they in the Champions League at the time when he picked up
I think it was
quarterfinals?
knockouts,
Yeah,
first
last
knockout round.
16.
Yeah,
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 last
last
16.
16.
Yeah.
Last 16. So it's not like he did the group stages with them and all of that. Do you know what I mean?
And there
what
was
you say? He
also
didn't do the hard
unbeaten as
graft.
well. There was
No, he never
unbeaten.
did the answer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was unbeaten as well, you know.
Yeah, like
Yeah, weird
Yeah,
enough. Yeah, Lamps was unbeaten in the Champions League.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So, you know what I mean? But to be fair to him, he went to the final and he won it. It's all good getting to the final, but you can't get over the line and he got over the line. So you gotta get it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the right place at the right time. I would say it's good management. It's
Mm,
it's it's world class management. You know what I'm saying? He came, he shored up the defense. Like, you
yeah.
know what I
That's very
mean? Like,
true.
you know what I mean? That's what won them the Champions League. A lot of people thinking it's their football. I've never rated Chelsea football, but what Tuchel did was made them harder to beat. They're
Very
so
hard.
organized. You know what I mean? Like efficient. They'll get goals anyhow. If it's a set piece, whatever, they'll get the
I
goal
saw
that's
I
needed
saw
to
a
win.
stat. Chelsea's first 50 games, they let in like 24 goals.
Yeah,
And then the
24, 23.
final 50 games, they let in 54 goals, bro.
Thank you. Even that's not bad when you think about it. That's a goal a game. But Dre, come
You,
on, 20 so
you can't
and
go from going a one goal in every two to letting
yeah,
a goal every game.
I agree, I agree, I agree.
That
But
and literally with the same players because no one's really left. Players have only joined, so that's a bit crazy. That
I
is a
know.
bit crazy. Hey, I always say if I don't want to. Well, you win a trophy, you win a trophy, but that COVID season, if it's not in front of fans, it's a totally different game, and it's been shown that it's a totally different game. Like you think about what happened in that COVID season. Ollie went the season unbeaten away from home, and with 4 months he was sacked. So you know what I mean?
and Bruno was Zidane. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
Yeah,
not disgrace. Obviously, he won it, cool, whatever. But we know with fans, fans are literally the 12th man, and it's been shown that. So
yeah.
but it is what it is. Um, moving on to the man that's taken over. Um, Graham Potter. Now, I know some people have had a lot to say about Graham Potter taking over. Um, first off, do we think he's the right man? I'll go to Skervin first. We'll wait for Ronaldo because Ronaldo's got a lot to say. We'll get to
Yeah,
Skervin.
I wouldn't say he's the right man, but if you listen to the previous podcasts, you know, say I rate Graham Potter as a
Yeah,
manager.
that's true. You do.
Do
You
you
have
get
said that
me?
still.
I've always backed Graham Potter because the way he plays football is attractive, and it doesn't matter what team Brighton come up against, they go toe to toe with them, and they play ball, bro. And they outplay teams sometimes, bro. The way they play football, do you get me? I don't necessarily think that it's the right man, but we'll see in it. Time will tell. You got to give in work life. You got to give people opportunities, isn't it? Like, and this opportunity that he's got to grasp and like go full throttle with. You get me? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You get me? And you'll get chopped. But boy, it's a tough one for him, man. It's a tough one, but I I wish him all the best, to be honest with you. Like I said, that's why I rate him as a manager. As a coach, I should say, as a coach, if he gets players playing, you get me.
Mm.
But
Ronaldo, what's
yeah,
your thoughts?
Graham Potter, you know. What the hell is going on here? Like,
bro, you gotta give man opportunity,
Graham
Ronaldo.
Potter. let's think about it. There's there, there, there's given opportunities. I agree, and then there's given opportunities, bro. This this is Chelsea, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on, lads, man.
We
This
say
is
they just stood in the
Chelsea.
pub and picked up a man and said, "No, come run this
What
up."
you saying? What you saying?
Ah,
Graham Potter won a competition on that.
you know what I'm saying? It's like a raffle or something, bro. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, bro, I think about it, yeah. If Roman was in charge, do you think he would have done this?
No way.
Absolutely not.
There you
No
go.
way.
Absolutely not. He would have
There you
gone for the
go.
best manager available and bought him out of his contract. So you come in Chelsea now.
There you go. That's my point. Because you see, to be the best and stay the best and maintain being the best, you need the best. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I
you
tell you
can't
now, I tell you.
you can't have, yeah, you can't have top elite players, proper ballers. That's one thing. Champions Leagues, World Cups, and then you just got the guy from the pub, like the guy next door. Hey Graham, come and coach the team. Nah, bruv, you can't do that. I understand that he's done well for his level, but let him push on in it. Let him win the trophy. Let him get to a final. Let him get Brighton into Europe. Let him do something that's made him credible to walk into that dressing room, yeah, and tell players that's saying this is how I play, and they're gonna listen to you and say, no, this is how you should play. It's a very difficult conversation, bro. Like, don't let them fool you and think Graham Potter can just walk into Chelsea and demand respect with no accolades, nothing. Like, I'm. It's like, I, I'm gonna try and make sense of it. Yeah, Silva at Fulham. He's a good manager. He's a brilliant manager. Fulham plays football. They're aggressive. They're on the front foot. They go toe to toe with everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's managed in the Champions League. He's coached Benfica, Olympiacos. Bro, I'm telling you, Thomas Frank's a good manager. He came into the Prem. He's beaten Chelsea at home 4-1. He's beaten Man United. He's beaten what? He went toe to toe with Liverpool. He's beaten Arsenal. Bro, I'm telling you, see football, yeah, there's good managers that need to prove themselves. I agree. Potter might be one of them. He's not top of my list. If I'm
Mm,
honest, there's other managers I put ahead of him in it. So
mm.
for Chelsea to go get Graham Potter, yeah, this is the weirdest decision I've seen in football in the last 20 years, bro. I've never seen nothing like this before. And it coincides with the owner that they've got. He knows nothing about football. So there's people scared to say it. Like, this is a dumb and weird decision, yeah. Because
Mm.
obviously, you know what I'm saying? But I will say it, innit? This is the weirdest decision ever, bro. I've seen in the last 20 years. Like, Chelsea is known for going to get managers that's crossed the line, accolades. I've done it. I've worn a t-shirt. This is how you guys plays, because their team have always been internationals, top players. You know what I'm saying,
Mm.
bro? Come on, man. Can't you
You,
can't you can't you can't sorry Jay, you can't be racing a Ferrari, bro, and go and get a bus driver to drive it, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? You're in Formula One, bro, and you're getting a bus driver, bro. Come on, man. It's a joke.
so if it ain't Graham Potter, who should have been the guy to take over from Thomas Tuchel?
Well,
They're
that's the
done.
question. There you go.
Mm.
Zidane,
It's done.
Poch. It could
Nah, I
be.
wouldn't. I
Oh,
don't think Poch should have worked out, to be honest with
do
you.
you what? Do you think
Well,
that PSG stint for Poch has kind of
I think so.
Yeah, yeah,
ruined
yeah.
his aura a bit? Because
I think
literally
so.
a year ago, that guy was literally the most wanted
Mm,
manager in world football.
yeah, but
There you
if
go.
you can't, if you got Mbappe and you got Neymar and you got Lionel Messi and you still can't win the league, come on, bro. Come
That's
on.
true. Still
Come on. Like,
Nah, that's
it's
valid.
threw away the Champions League as well against Real
through the
Madrid as
Champions
well.
League as well. Did you get me?
But
He-
wouldn't you say, Skur, yeah,
yeah.
that he's capable of going into Chelsea and making them players better? And
Yeah, he might play there better, but he ain't gonna win it, man. Because he can't get over the finish line.
But would you say Potter can get over the fish line?
Huh?
Would you say Graham Potter can get?
You gotta give him a chance.
Okay, I
You
see.
gotta
I
give him
see.
a chance.
I
Poch is
see.
on
All
the
right.
chance.
I
All
see
right.
what you
Here's
mean.
another thing. Here's another
Poch
thing.
is
Here's
on
another,
the chance.
here's
Yeah, I
another
see.
thing. If he
You gotta,
wasn't
you
English,
gotta give him a chance to that though, mate.
if
I
he
see. I
wasn't
see.
English, if he wasn't English, would he get like? Would he have got that Chelsea job?
No, I don't think he would.
If he wasn't English,
Yeah.
I don't think he would. I don't
what do
personally.
you
I don't
mean?
think he would, Jay. Like, if he
Like,
was an
I agree with you.
Englishman,
I don't think
like,
so
say he
either.
was from Spain or something, or Turkey or something. Like for example, yeah, what is success for Graham Potter? Sorry, Jay, I just want to ask this question. See him going into Chelsea, Sker, do you think he's gonna win the league?
No, I'm not saying that, but he
No,
might win
no,
a
no.
trophy in that.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
saying
if
that. He obviously this season he's got off to a bad start. You get me, but what he's got is he's got a squad there, bro. And if he gets them ticking, you never know. It's not like he's got
But
the Brighton squad with him.
it's
You
a
get
good
me?
question, Ronaldo.
He's got a
Because
good squad with him behind him. You know what I mean?
it's a good question, Ronaldo. Because I've said it before. What a successful season for Potter might not be a successful season for Chelsea.
Yeah, true, 100%.
And that, even if Potter has a successful season by his standards, he could lose his job.
But
So that's why, in terms of like when you've got a big club, you usually have a big manager because their expectations of success
it's
are
high.
aligned, in it. They're
there you
entangled in
go,
it.
there you go, Jay.
You got Potter, where he's gone from a team where he's not expected to win every week, just play good football, hopefully have a good season, maybe beat one of the big six at home. Yay! You're the last team on match of the day. No one really watches us. We're all right. Until now, you're at a club, every game you're watched. Every Chelsea game is near enough on TV. So we can see
Facts.
everything that you do now.
Every game you have
Every
to win.
you're expected to win. Like
Yeah,
there isn't a hope that you win. You're
Of
expected to
course,
win. You
of
can't
course.
come in there. You can't go into press conferences and be like, "Oh, we hope to be like Man United or Liverpool. We hope to compete." You can't be
Of
saying that
course.
in press conference. You can't talk like a small manager no more. You've got to
thank
Well,
you,
talk. You've got to
I'm
talk like
thinking
you're the man.
over.
Like you got to talk
Jay.
like the man. Like I've heard certain managers that have been manager of Man United talk like they're inferior. I've heard David Moyes talk like that. I've heard Ollie even talk like that. We hope to be like Manchester City. No,
Bruv,
bruv. See, even if Chelsea are bottom of the league, you have to still talk like you're a big man and you're managing a big club. There can be no inferior talk. So that's what Potter's got to get used to. He's expected to win every week. You're expected to win trophies. No matter
Yeah,
how bad Chelsea have been, they've only gone 2 years, I think, out of the last 20 odd without a trophy.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That
I'm not
and
that's
gonna
the,
lie
and
to you.
and also, Jay, I add to what you're saying. Them years, them 2 years that they had no trophies, weren't they in finals? If I remember
exactly,
correctly. If I remember-
exactly,
they
I'm,
are so
I'm,
exactly.
spoiled, lads.
I'm
There's
not
You lot
gonna
don't.
lie to you.
exactly.
You
I'm
lot
not
don't
gonna lie to
understand.
you. I saw a video clip of Potter at the training ground, and he looks like a fish out of the water, mate. Um,
What was I saying, Jay? In the what was I telling?
it don't look
Okay,
right, bro. It
I
don't look
agree with you,
right.
pal. I agree with you. He was
It
telling
don't
Reece
look
James look that way, and the man was looking the opposite way, bro. Like the man's.
Because
right.
it's just like any normal workplace, yeah. It's like boom, you've got a real respected manager. All right, cool. Things didn't end up well, but then like boom, it's like instead of promoting the next best person for the job, it's like you promote some bloody, not even to be disrespectful to like people that are bin men and that. It's like you put like you hire a bin man to be a bank manager, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
There you
It don't
go.
make no sense. Like,
Doesn't.
and the players are going to be looking at raw Graham Potter. Like, you couldn't have got Zidane. You couldn't have waited till after the World Cup to get Luis Enrique. Graham Potter. Like, and it's not even like you've got a game coming up soon where you can do something. They've literally got a Champions League game and they don't play a game again till October.
Even
So
Brendan Rodgers. You know what I mean?
There you
Stock's
go.
dropping a bit, though. Stock's dropping a bit, but
But
we'll
you
get
see,
to it.
see, you
Yeah,
see,
Brendan
Jay,
Rodgers could have gone
can
into
I,
that Chelsea dressing room and gained respect immediately because he's got
Like
a
he's
little bit
really
of credit in the bank. You know what I'm
that's
thank
what
you,
I'm
saying?
Jay.
saying.
You have to give these guys opportunity, Jay. But then
Yeah.
there's
Bro,
opportunity and there's
like you said,
opportunities. What Graham's got, yeah, Graham went 3 months
I was just
without
about to
winning a
say that.
game in the Prem. Imagine that, lads.
And that
Why
was
wasn't?
last season, you know.
Thank you. He was getting booed by his own fans. They was telling him to go, bro. You lot don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah, like the Brighton fans was saying Potter out. So you can imagine what the Brighton fans are thinking.
Bruv, they're
Hey,
mad.
we're in the bank here. They're like, come on, like get him out, Drake. I'm hearing it's compensation to Brighton's in excess of £60 million, bro.
60
Yeah,
what?
but
Oh,
Min-
Potter's winning regardless. Potter's winning regardless. But if they sack him, bruv, he signed the biggest Chelsea manager deal, bruv, 5-year
Thank you.
deal.
There you
He's
go.
winning. He's winning, bruv.
I'm telling you, Dre, this is
He's
so
winning.
ridiculous. It's
He's
pantomime, bro.
winning.
You lot don't know. This is
Yeah,
panto.
and this is where I'm gonna get onto Todd Bowie, yeah. Because I look at it this way, yeah.
Ronaldo said, "This is pantomime."
You don't think it's a joke? Watch anyway. The
Man
Harry
got the
Potter, the
biggest
Harry Potter
TV.
memes are they already been made, bruv. They've been made and been waiting. The Harry Potter memes, yeah.
Like,
The-
Hey,
bro,
Mourinho
how
must
can
be
you?
on a mad one right now, thinking, "Fucking hell."
Mourinho must be sitting there in Rome thinking like, raw. I thought it was
Like,
bad on the Roman. Who is this? Who's this dumb Kurt Angle guy, bruv? Like, what is this?
what is going on?
Like, to me, and another question, like, bro, if Brighton never had a good start to the season, would he still got Graham Potter, or is he just after him because he's the flavour of the week?
Of course. Thank you,
We'll
Jay.
see it, though.
Valid point, Jay.
It's true,
Valid
though.
point.
So,
How
Because
did
I'm gonna
this?
keep it real, yeah. I'm gonna keep it real. As a United fan, I think most teams in the Big Six, yeah. If one of our managers got sacked, we're not looking at Graham Potter.
Bro,
I'm
I
And
agree
that's
with you.
not
not
even a
being
It's
funny.
not
disrespect.
even. Yeah, it's
I'm
not
not
even
being
It's not even a
funny.
funny.
disrespect.
Banter
No, I'm
aside,
not
yeah.
being funny, Dre. But United, we're looking at Graham Potter.
No,
Just
they
They
saying.
weren't they
wasn't.
weren't high on the
They
list. If he
wasn't,
was on the
bruv.
Huh?
list,
He
he
was
was
on
the
the list, man.
emergency.
He
You
was
know
on
when
the list.
when your
Bro,
electricity goes into emergency, an
bro,
emergency after that,
bro.
that way
Don't
even I don't think it was serious. It was definitely weren't
don't
serious.
thank you. Don't listen to
Because
them.
you see
Graham
Man
Potter.
United, yeah,
Yeah,
we're an image club, innit? You
there you
think you can
go.
go from Ollie to Graham Potter?
No,
Boy,
you're
Brother,
you went
gonna
they
to
would
love.
Ollie,
burn
bro.
down
You
Old
went to
Trafford.
Ollie, bro.
Thank
You
They
you,
went
would
to
Jay. You got
Ollie.
too
burn
much history.
down Old Trafford. I'm
That will
telling you.
never happen, Skirt.
That
It's
would
too much
never happen.
history.
Too much
Bruv.
exactly.
It's too much
What?
history at the club
You're
to
going
give
from
it
a
to great.
Norwegian PE teacher to a man that went to Sweden to go be a PE teacher. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, it could never happen.
Bro,
That could never
bro.
happen.
How, Dre, yeah, you made a valid point. How did his CV got on the table? How? How did it ended up on Todd's table for him to think about it, lads? Bro, this guy has never
Ronaldo
won
is thinking,
anything.
you're thinking you should have dropped yours on the table because
There
Yeah,
you go.
bro.
That's what I said. That's what I said,
You know,
yeah.
then one day I think like,
That's
raw, I might as well go pretend to be working for the Royal Mail,
you know,
hand in, give Todd his letters, and then slide in my CV in between with the letters and that.
come on, lads. How did his CV get to the top? Surely there's agents plugging their managers in it.
Of
Surely they're
course.
like Todd on the phone. Yeah, you should get so and so. How did Graham Potter's CV ended up in his lap? Yeah, for him to consider him. Remember, like Graham Potter hasn't won anything. Like I said,
Mm.
yeah, last season he was getting booed for 3 months. Yeah, he didn't score a goal. He didn't win a game, innit? Like he was struggling. No one showed that on Sky Sports because, like I said, these guys they get good press in it. It's only when they're doing good you will see them. There's managers that's came in the Prem, winners. They've won the championship and they've come into the Prem and they're successful. For me, they're way ahead of Graham Potter. And I've named them Thomas Frank, Silva, and Eddie Howe. They're three better managers than Graham Potter.
That's another thing. That's another
They're
thing. That's
way
another
ahead of
thing.
Graham Potter. And they will never get these
I
opportunities.
would have gone for Eddie Howe before I even thought of Potter.
Thank you. That's what I
Not
said,
even
Dre.
saying Potter's a bad manager, but Eddie Howe's got pedigree in the Prem.
There you go.
He done basically what Potter done in
Thank
Sweden.
you.
in England
In
where
it,
it matters.
Dre, you took the
He
you
took
see, Dre,
Bournemouth
you're getting to my
from
point, Dre.
League One,
There you go.
dead ass League One, in
There
that
you
dead
go.
ass stadium on the coast, and took them from League One to an
10,000,
established.
Dre. 10,000 fans, Dre. They couldn't even
Thank
get in the
you.
Premier League. They had to apply to play in the Premier
Yeah,
League
yeah. They need
because the
special permission to
stadium
play. Yeah, it's too
wasn't
small.
big enough.
Yeah.
So imagine what the guy did, what Dre's trying to. I'm telling you, these guys get overlooked, bro. Like, this is real football. Graham Potter has had this opportunity, has never been, I've never seen it before in football. The only time you'll see this is an ex-player or someone that's been associated with the club. You know what I mean? Like, Graham
Mm.
Potter's never played for Chelsea. He's never played at a high level or nothing. All he's done is went to Sweden in Division 4, bro. Do you guys know that? Me and you can play in Division 4 trade. I'm not, it's not even funny. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. The level in Division 4, we can
That
play.
must
We can
that
play.
must be like worse than Tooting and Mitcham.
Thank you. It is Jay. He's a PE teacher. He just goes in the community, get the lads together on the weekend.
You're
And
joking.
play again. You guys think I'm joking. And yeah, what he done, yeah. What he done. So let me give him his credit now, because I've
You're
slandered
joking,
him.
bro.
So I'm gonna give him his credit. What he's done is
Yo,
galvanize these lads, yeah, and turn them into a team that's won a cup and made it into Europe. I have to give him his credit. That's it. And that's it. No trophies, no Europes, no finals, nothing. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Nothing. Come on, man.
It's crazy. It is crazy. But in terms of, yeah, like you said, so let's break it down. So what do we class as success for Potter this season? And then we'll get to Chelsea in a minute.
Skr. Hold it. Skr. Skr, you go first, innit? Because
sorry. Repeat the question again.
So what do you see as success for Potter at Chelsea this season?
Definitely he's got to deliver a trophy. If he's got to deliver a trophy with that squad that he's got. Simple as, whether it's Carling Cup, FA Cup, whatever, he's got to have some type of success this season. That's the demands, isn't it? So he's got to get used to it, isn't it? You're at Chelsea, mate. This is the big boys. You know what I mean? Simple as.
Okay. Ronaldo, what's your thoughts? What would be success for Potter?
top 6, that would be amazing. And just getting them playing football, like 4-4-3, innit? Nah, I'm joking. Basically, for me, top 6 and get to a final. If he wins a trophy, that's excellent. But I don't think he has to win a trophy as much as he has to stay in Champions League. I think that's more important for him.
You know what? Yeah, I don't know what the hell would be success for Potter because I don't know what the hell Todd Boy thinks in his head, bruv.
No.
You know what? Even if he finished third at a trophy, I wouldn't be surprised if he sacked him. I wouldn't be
Serious,
surprised.
5-year deal.
I wouldn't be surprised because you see with American owners, yeah, especially like this guy, he's already in the space of what? How long's he been owner of Chelsea? Like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
He's already displayed signs of madness that I can't predict what he's going to do next. Any man that asks a new signing, what do you think of your old manager? I'm thinking of hiring him, is a madman. You've hired a man based off what you signing a player. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. You basically hired the man because he had a good start to the season. That's like a club signing a striker because he scored in his first 3 league games, isn't it? But didn't score no goals last season or the season before that. It's kamikaze, isn't it? To me, success for Potter, you just got to stay in the top 4 and hope for the best, innit? I think
Yeah.
that would be success for him. Because anything else, he's definitely getting sacked. And even if you finish in top four, you might get sacked. So just get into top four and you got a bit of credit in the bank. So at least if you get sacked, you can go to another job and say, yeah, I done this in it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But in terms of Chelsea, now that they've got Potter, what would Chelsea see as success this season?
I think Chelsea fans are thinking top four right now. Deep down in their hearts, that's what they're thinking. But surely you know what I'm saying, hope's there if they can get a trophy.
£273 million spent.
They've given up, Trey. They just don't want to say it. I'm telling you, like, they've given up on the league, Champions League. They've given up, but they don't want to admit it. You know, it's only 6 games in, so
Mm.
you know what I mean. But to say you only want top four now is ridiculous. As dead as United is, yeah, we're winning it until we can't win it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's how I see it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But you see, Chelsea fans here, they're not like that. All of a sudden, they're not confident anymore. They're just saying top
I'm not
four.
even. You can't spend £273 million and still be hoping for top. That is crazy. That's the worst transfer window in the history of the Prem.
This
How
is why
you
I don't.
spend that two? That's £250 million spent in the summer, and you're no better than what you were 6 months ago.
Facts. Real talk. They're not.
That is
And the
crazy.
and the
And listen,
worst part, if that was at United now, oh, you
what?
got to win the Prem.
hundred
There you
percent,
go. There
hundred
you
percent.
go.
And you have to think about it, yeah. That the obviously Lampard's first season he didn't have no money, but that second season he started, he spent £200 million, £210 million. Last summer was 100 odd million on Lukaku. So I'm doing my mathematics here. Yeah, that's close to £600 million.
Yeah.
In 3 summers, and your team is no better. They're not even close to Manchester City. They're not even. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think they're better than Man United right now.
But they
Nope.
still deliver.
In that time, they've won the Champions League, they've won the Club World Cup in that time, but in the last 18 months, they've won nothing.
Yeah, but they still get to finals and all of that.
But I think now they've got a new owner, and boy, a manager that's out. He's literally a goldfish in the Atlantic Ocean, bruv.
Telling.
And this is a team that's used to winning, so it's gonna be a difficult one, mate. It's gonna be a difficult one. Chelsea's next game in the Prem was meant to be this weekend against Liverpool, but that's been cancelled due to there not being enough police, due to Queen Lizzie passing away. Um, we're going to touch on Liverpool in a minute, but we're going to touch on the events of that didn't happen this weekend. There's no Premier League football. Some people have said it was the right thing to do. Some people complain saying it was the wrong thing to do. We should have had football. It would have been a nice distraction, considering everything that's going on. What's your guys' thoughts on there being no Premier League games this past weekend?
Mm. I think I think the game should have went ahead. To be honest with you, the cricket was on. You know what I mean? And I think, like you said, it would have been a nice distraction for everybody. And to be honest, we would have paid respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everyone
of
would have
course.
had their armbands on, and you know what I mean. We would have all the stadiums singing "God Save the Queen" and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I don't understand why it never happened, but you know, it's the Queen in it. She's the most famous person in the world, in it. So we got to be props. So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. What's your thoughts, Ronaldo?
Well, I think it's the right decision, to be honest. I mean, it's only right that we pay respect to the Queen. Everything has to stop. Come on, man. Her Majesty, you know, Queen
Appar-
Elizabeth II.
Apparently, when the last king died, the one before Elizabeth,
Yeah.
all sport took place, and he died 3 days. Well, there was football 3 days after he died. All sport. There was no cancellations of anything. I hear it in terms of paying respects and whatnot, but I'm with Skervin in terms of I think it would have been a nice visual to send around the world of that all the Premier League grounds singing "God Save the Queen," everyone wearing black armbands. Like it would have been nice to see that. It would have been a good distraction from
Because yeah,
all the
But
somberness of the
but
last weekend.
but
how you gonna
do you think that the 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 nation, the country needs a distraction right now? They need all the attention focused on, you know what I mean, that specific thing, which is Queen, innit? You know what I mean? If you think about it, if there's football on, people are not gonna be able to mourn her properly, grieve
but
her.
Ah,
there was cricket on,
mm.
and they said
And rugby was
and,
on as well.
you get me? And it was nice to see at the Oval they were actually sing "God Save the King," bruv. Like the
Yeah,
whole stadium, bruv. It was
yeah,
weird. You get me?
yeah.
Like it was a nice visual. You get me?
I think that would have been a good opportunity for football to pay respect, but they have to do it in a
Yeah.
different way, innit? Not just after she died. You know what I mean? You have to
Mm.
wait like a week.
I can hear it in terms of like, imagine if something crazy happened at football, someone done a madness, a player done a madness on the pitch, then that's the main news instead of the
Yeah,
Queen dying.
know what I mean?
I hear it, I hear it. But
It's
to me,
true. True.
I would have definitely played. I would have played this weekend, but I wouldn't have played this weekend coming, obviously because of the funeral and that. I wouldn't.
Bruv, it's a
I would
big
have
thing,
postponed.
bro.
I would have postponed it and then just let that weekend just be for the Queen, innit? But to me, having Premier League games on next weekend's pointless. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
Not like you. We'll talk about it now. Like, 3 games have been cancelled because there's not enough police. There would have been loads of police available for this weekend. Just gone. Like, two
true.
weekends of football have been disrupted now because I think the Premier are a bit too quick to cancel games. Because, like, for example, what's it? Obviously Liverpool, Chelsea. I can understand why certain games have been cancelled this weekend. Obviously, because police and you need extra police for certain games. Like Chelsea, Liverpool, you need extra police. But all you could have done, because Brentford are playing that day as well, you could have just moved Brentford to Saturday, and then you had police then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Mhm.
think it was thought out very well, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Organization wasn't the best by the Premier League, innit?
Yeah.
It was all sudden, innit? So
Mm.
they wasn't ready for it. They wasn't prepared, you know?
But obviously, there's a little break in the action. Certain teams don't play again to October. Um, United and Chelsea and Liverpool are 3 of the big teams that don't play again to October. Um, who do you think benefits the most from the postponement out of all the big 6 teams?
I hate to say it, but Chelsea, Graham Potter,
Mm.
and Liverpool, 50-50. But Graham Potter, because he's new, isn't it? He's just went to the club. It's more time for him on the training pitch with the lads. So yeah, it should benefit them more, if anything. And Liverpool with the form they've had.
Mm. What do you think, Skervin?
I think Liverpool more, to be honest with you. I think that's breakers help Liverpool out a lot. Regather their thoughts and go again to get me because they looked absolutely pathetic the other day.
We're gonna touch on Liverpool in a second. We're gonna touch on Liverpool in a second. I agree with you, man. I think it helps. I think it helps uh Chelsea. Obviously, more time for Potter to instill what he wants to do. Obviously, there's Champions League this week as well, so he's had what 5 days to get ready for this game. Helps him out. Um, I think helps United as well. Resting certain players. I think Christian Eriksen needs a big rest. Um, I don't know what. I think Ten Hag needs to understand. My man has a defibrillator in his chest.
Tell.
Stop trying to run man like he's a washing machine, bro. Car. He needs to understand washing machines break down, bro. And if Ericsson breaks down, I'm dead. So just relax with playing him every
I
week.
know it's no funny because
You know what I'm saying? um, who else? I think, yeah, we'll touch on them now, but Liverpool definitely could do with this break because, like Skervin said, they have been absolutely shocking this season. I think they've been worse than Chelsea, and Liverpool have got away with so much criticism, so much that we have to talk about them now. Um, to me, I, I've called them Skoda. They play Skoda football just like Chelsea do, but Liverpool have individual brilliance up top. And it seems like that individual brilliance has stopped a bit and they just look absolutely horrific. Um, Last Wednesday, they went to Napoli and Klopp said it's the worst performance he's ever witnessed as Liverpool manager in the whole time he's been there. They lost 4-1. It should have been a lot more. I'll go to you, Skervin. You watched the game. What, what was your thoughts watching that disaster class from Liverpool?
Mate, one thing stood out to me the most in that game. Well, it was just funny to watch, bro. It was this Gomez being just run ragged. Like,
Sad to see, it.
like he was like a year, like a year 7 against a year 11. No, that's literally what it was, bro. My man was just getting pulled to shreds, bro. Uh,
Mm,
it was so lackluster, all the team. Um, Literally, like they were just passing through Liverpool, and Liverpool were just watching them like pass them. Like Van Dijk's nowhere near the player he was before. He's nowhere near
uh,
that player again. Um,
was Van Dijk really ever that player?
he
poor.
was, man. I think he was. I think he was solid. There was a point in time where you're not getting past Van Dijk, bro. There was no way you were getting past him. There was a moment in time, but I think from that injury that Pickford fucked him over with, he ain't been the same player, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a
Mm,
mental thing. God knows. But
mm,
nah, man, that Napoli performance was dread. Still, it was dread.
mm.
I don't know if Klopp's lost them, but boy, it's not looking good for Liverpool after that performance.
We'll touch on Klopp in a second, but in terms of that performance, Ronaldo, like, have you ever seen Liverpool that bad under Klopp?
Boy, that's a good question, isn't it? I was thinking about Villa when they lost, but to be honest, like I'm not even gonna lie, they got outplayed, man. It could have been way more
Mm,
goals, way more goals than that. I've never seen Liverpool that bad because it's consistently bad. You know what I mean? It's not like they just play a one-off game. They've been bad like all season. I know they scored them 9 goals, but that was a one-off game. It's Bournemouth, man. You know what I mean? They gave up before the game
and
started, but
one thing that I've noticed, Klopp's behavior is very similar to Tuchel's behavior since the beginning of the summer.
yeah,
They lost 4-0 to Manchester United in pre-season. Everyone just swept that under the carpet.
yeah,
And I always say pre-season, it don't matter about results, but when you lose to a certain way, that's alarming. No one said nothing when we smacked them 4-0. Cool. Klopp has been moaning all summer.
yeah,
No one
yeah.
said nothing then. It's like, this is not Klopp. All right, cool. They beat Manchester City in the Community Shield. That's the only time I've seen them play good this season. I'm not counting Bournemouth. If you can't beat Bournemouth, you shouldn't be in the Premier League. So we're not counting that. But like even opening day against Fulham, something didn't seem right.
Yeah, what
The
was he
next
blaming the pitch, wasn't he? Saying
blaming
it's
the
too
he
dry.
always does that when they don't win a game. Always blame something. I think like raw, like that's a
Yeah.
bit even for Klopp. That's a bit. Mm. Then I'm watching them play Manchester United. They just looked lost. They it just looked like a team that looked tired, old, run down. Like
Mm.
a nice
Still.
car, but it needs a servicing, bruv. Like
Mm.
the car ain't been serviced in years. And then, all right, cool, they beat Bournemouth, but then you're struggling to beat Newcastle at home. I know Newcastle better under Eddie
Anyhow.
Howe, but still you're struggling to beat Newcastle at home. That's teams you're usually 2 or 3 nil up within half an hour. Game done. Cool. What was the next game after Newcastle? Um,
Evan.
Everton.
Dog.
Ball draw. That game was absolutely boring. They
Everton
looked
could have
tight.
won that game. Yeah,
Exactly.
go. Disallowed. Yeah, offside. Yeah.
Little dodgy VAR. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you go to Napoli and you get smoked. Like to me, like Skervin mentioned just a minute ago, has Klopp lost the dressing room? Because to me, they look like a team that just given up on Klopp. Because
But
like you said, Ronaldo, like that could have been 5 or 6 nil at half time.
yeah.
Like, what's your thoughts? Do you think Klopp has lost the dressing room?
No, I wouldn't say he's lost the dressing room. I'm just thinking, is he happy? Did he get the players he wanted? You know what I mean? I know he
Mm,
got Nunes and he got that red card. Unfortunately, he was suspended. But is that enough? I'm thinking they needed more. You know what I mean? Like they needed like a few more players. And in the end, he admitted that he needed a midfielder. So
midfielder. Mm.
you know what I
It's
mean? And
crazy. It's everything so similar, like Chelsea and Liverpool, in terms of they lack
thank
that creativity in midfield.
but Thiago's there. He's injured, but maybe
Yeah,
he's having the same problems that Tuchel's having because his director of football left the club. Michael
yep.
Edwards left the club, so maybe he has to communicate with these American
American
owners.
owners who don't
You know
like
what
to
I mean?
spend money.
There you go. So maybe he's not happy as well because he is moaning. He's moaning as well. He's been
Mm,
moaning for a minute. You know what I
mm.
mean? So let's see in it. But I think nah, he's got the dressing room, man. He's smart. Know what I mean? Like he's smart. He, he's-
I'm,
he, he's smart, man. He's got the dressing room. I'm telling you, he hasn't lost it. Not yet. I wouldn't say. Not yet.
mm. If this persists, do you think Klopp stays, or Klopp could go, or get sacked?
Of course, I think if it persists, he'll get sacked. If he doesn't turn this around, definitely you get. I don't think they will stick with him if Liverpool don't pick up form and start, getting to the top end of the table. It's expectations now. You know what I mean? Like I've always said managers should be given time, but unfortunately, the atmosphere in football now, when you've set a reputation, when you've set the bar for yourself, you got to keep it going, mate. Liverpool fans expect to finish first or second in the
Mm.
Premier League. So that's your answer, pal.
Oh. What's your thoughts, Skervin? Do you think Klopp will walk? You think he'll stay, or end up staying, or could eventually get sacked if this form continues?
To be honest with you, I think Klopp is the type of manager and type of person to walk in it. Like if he's not getting what he wants, or he can see that it's not right for him to be still there, and he feels that his time has come to an end at the club. I reckon he's that type of person that will walk instead of like trying, because I think he care. I think he actually cares about Liverpool because he's built that actual legacy there. So if he gets to that, I think he'll walk, to be honest. But I don't know, man. I think Klopp should stay still. I think Klopp should stay. I don't think he's 100% lost the group. You know what I mean? think he's still got something there.
I think
Yeah,
one thing that was a positive is that the second half he made subs and Liverpool looked at have a lot more life in them. They made it 3-1 and they went and conceded a goal quickly. So they didn't look like they gave up on him because Liverpool played better second half. But it's definitely something to watch with Liverpool at the moment because I don't know. I don't think Klopp's going to be there too long. I'd
uh,
be surprised if he be there this time next year.
let's be fair, Dre. Let's balance it. He's been hit by injuries, man. Come on. He's even said it himself. It's like a witch made its way in the training ground.
Even still, yeah, even still, when you look at that midfield, because that's where the majority of injuries are,
Yeah,
does it really make a difference?
I think it would, you know. I think that centre back, that Canute, he helps Van Dijk a bit. I don't rate Van Dijk that too tough, but he's a good player, you know what I mean? But his
Mm.
form's dipped in it, and Gomez next to him is not helping him. I tell you that.
I,
It's
you see with Gomez, I like to believe he's not fully fit because you can't be. That was terrible against Napoli. That was as bad as I've seen Harry Maguire.
bro. He's been terrible. What do you mean?
That
Like, bro,
that
I've been
was.
watching Liverpool.
I've
Been
never
terrible.
seen an English defender get run ragged like that in a big European game. Like it was, I felt sorry for him. I was like, bro, Klopp,
He's
take him off for his own career, bruv. He's not playing for Liverpool again, you know. You
see.
took him off at half time. He's not playing for Liverpool again. He's
Jay,
done.
that's my point. He's not helping Van Dijk, so I have to be fair. And Thiago in the midfield brings a sense of, experience, calm. Nunes up front, they might look a bit better. Like,
Nunes he's just a Uruguayan Andy Carroll, bruv.
mate, see what I mean? Don't write them off.
He
But Klopp also said, yeah, in an interview after the Chelsea manager got sacked, he said, my owners, they're a bit more calmer, innit? Because they're asking him, is his job like under threat or whatever? He goes, nah, my owners are a bit calmer than than what they are at Chelsea. Like they expect me to sort it out. You get it? Not a next man come
mm,
in and you know what I mean? I expect him to sort it out as well, if I'm fair.
yeah,
Like,
he's earned the right. He's got credit in the bank.
yeah.
To leave him to do his job still. That's true. Um Moving on from Liverpool, we're gonna go to our beloved Manchester United. Um, well, before we get to Rashi and Sancho, as we'll do with Mr. Anthony Martial. He's made some comments to French media over the weekend in regards to previous managers at Manchester United, namely Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know if you guys have seen the comments he's made, but he's basically criticized Jose Mourinho for taking off taking the number 9 from him. Um, apparently, he called him and asked Martial, how do you feel about taking the number 11? Giggs wore it. It's a legendary shirt. Martial said no. Then when he came back to preseason training, he found out that Zlatan had his number 9, and he wasn't happy. Then apparently he was the top goal scorer when Sanchez arrived. And Martial was played out on the left, and then Sanchez arrives, and then he's dropped, and he wasn't happy. We'll get to the Ollie comments in a minute, but what's your thoughts when you heard Martial was coming out with his little telltale story about Jose? I'll go to you, Ronaldo, first.
Phew, mate, I thought, to be honest, I'm thinking, here we go again, another player coming up with excuses because he's underperforming, or because when you're winning, you don't complain, man. I'm being honest, like when you're top of your game, man, you don't complain. So if he was in the squad scoring goals, all of this, and he dropped it, fair play, I could say, yeah, he's airing it out, but You don't air stuff out when you're not in the team, bro. Like, yo, what are you trying to do? Like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking we don't need this right now. We're doing well. Everything's good at the club. We're back in, you know what I'm saying? Like a media focus on the players in the past. Now, I was disappointed, man. Long story short, I was disappointed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In terms of like his comments about Mourinho, do you think they're justified in any sort of way?
Well, it's football, innit? Like, fans are always going to be split. If, if, the way Mourinho look, it's two ways to look at it, innit? Mourinho's bringing his guy in, innit? Which is Zlatan, innit? So he's obviously made promises to Zlatan. We know Zlatan was the number nine, innit?
Mm,
So what's he gonna do? You know what I mean? He's gonna approach Martial and say, "Oh, would it be all right if you take number 11? It's a legendary number. It's not just any number. This number comes with history behind it." He goes, "No, I want to keep my nine, but you already know." You know what I'm trying
mm,
to say?
yeah.
Like, you get what I mean? There's two sides to the story. I could understand Martial. He's upset because that's his number, innit? But that's football, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's part and parcel of the game. It happens. I'm being honest, man. It happens, man. It happens. Like, seriously, bro. It
I
happens. I
hear
mean,
that. I hear that.
but
Skirt.
sorry, like,
Oh,
sorry,
gone.
not one more point, yeah. The point he made about Sanchez coming to the club, I do agree with him that, you know what I mean, maybe he should have been given more game time, but once again, it's the manager bringing his guy in it. So,
Mm,
you know what I mean?
mm.
Yeah.
I, I agree with that too. What's your thoughts, Skervin, on Ronaldo? I mean, Martial's criticism of Jose.
If that was the case, yeah, I think Jose was kind of wrong for doing that. Because if he knew before that Zlatan was coming in, as Zlatan was only coming in if he had that number, then he should have gave him the option, i.e., like calling him and saying, "Oh, how do you feel about taking the?" He should have just said, "Rah, boom, this is what it is, and that's that." Do you get me?
Mm,
I think calling him was trying to take the piss kind of thing. So
mm,
obviously, you do what one. But like Ronaldo said, like, why are you coming out with this now? Like, forget it, innit? Like, come on, man, that's the
You know what I
past. We're in the
mean?
future now, bro.
And
Like,
bang some goals and then tell us, man. We'd be more
you
interested. You
get
know what I'm
me,
saying?
you get me.
Bang some
Do a
goals,
little
bro.
autobiography, and tell us what. Go on, then. You
Yeah,
get me?
I accept that. 100%.
Yeah, yeah, so,
It's true.
that's an autobiography, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
so.
bro.
bro, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think it's that bad because we are winning, and it is the past, isn't it? It's not like he's talking about what's going on now. It is what it is. But at least I agree. He at least be fit. At least be batting in goals or playing well. Then talk your shit in
Yeah,
it.
man.
But you've only played 45 minutes out of 6 games this season, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, calm down, mate. Because it's not even a guarantee when you're fit you start. Because there's a certain man we're going to be talking about later. It looks like he's the new number 9. So that's all I've got to say on that. But let's get to Martial's comments about Ollie, which was much more interesting. Um, got the quotes here. Um, this is what Martial said to France Football about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The last 2 seasons I've played regularly, injured. People don't know that. I couldn't accelerate during the 4 months following the COVID season, but Coach Solskjaer tells me that he needs me, so I play. Given my game, if I can't accelerate, it becomes very complicated and I get set on fire. The coach never bothered to tell the media. Obviously, I end up getting injured too good, and when I come back finished, I don't play anymore. What's your thoughts on those comments? Before we get to Ollie, what's your thoughts on those comments? Because I was a bit shocked to hear that.
Doesn't surprise me
Mm,
because he ran Rashford into the ground, bro. So and he didn't care about Rashford's back, did he? You know what I mean?
Back, shoulder. What else was it? Feet as well.
Right. He did business, so it doesn't surprise me.
What's your thoughts, Ronaldo?
I'm just gonna read a few statements for the lads, yeah.
Oh boy, Ronaldo's got receipts.
Got receipts in it. I'm trying to show you that this guy is leaving my club. You see, making that statements, yeah. He has just signed his goodbye card. I'm telling you, lads, yeah. Because watch
Yeah.
these statements, yeah.
All right.
This is from Arsene Wenger, innit? He
Yeah.
always becomes a devil. He's talking about Sanchez's ability to play through pain. Kevin De Bruyne confirmed he's playing through injury for City this season. Manchester City defender Laporta reveals that he played through the pain barrier to help win the title. Come on, lads, I got pure receipt. Thierry Henry playing through the pain barrier for Arsenal. Wayne Rooney playing through injury made it worse, says Louis van Gaal. Like, bro, players play all the time. Steven Gerrard taking an injection to win the Champions League. Come on, Dre, man. It's part and parcel of the game, Dre. You see, when I see players moan about that, I'm telling you, it's up to them, Dre. The manager can't force you to play, you know. It's the same guy, yeah, that's telling us he played through injury. That what did Ralph say about him, Dre? He said he didn't want to play for the club. You remember? Like, I'm just trying to remind you guys, you know. Remember that game, yeah, when everyone was like, "Why ain't Martial playing?" Ralph goes, "The guy said he doesn't want to play, bro. He said don't pick him." Remember, Dre? Think about
That's true. That's
it.
true.
You get what I mean? So you see, when I see stuff like this, I'm thinking Ten Hag's probably told him, bro, I'm going with Rashford, your second choice. And at the moment, I can't rely on you. You're probably third because Cristiano Ronaldo's fitter than you. I'm telling you. So you see, when you see players do this, there's something behind it, Drake. Yeah, there's something behind it because what are you benefiting from this? You know what I'm trying to say, bro? What are you benefiting? It's not like you're in the team and we're doing well, you're scoring goals, so we're like, raw, like this is what you could be doing, yeah? And they was holding you back. Brother, you're injured, brother. We don't even know when you're coming back from. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not even a
All right.
return date.
All right. All right. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. This is what Marcus Rashford said after Europa League final. Hopefully everyone can hear this. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is about Ollie and players injured. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Trophies that you want to win yourself. I'm 100% sure because sacrifice. To win big trophies, you have to show sacrifice. I could walk you into the dressing room. I could show you 5, 6, 7 players, and me as well. Had injuries here from September, the beginning of the season, and we all stay together as a unit and we fight to be successful for the club. This big trophies that.
See what
Did
I'm
you hear that?
saying? Yeah.
That's wait. 6, 7 man that are injured.
Jay,
I
that's part.
understand after a long
Go
season,
on.
obviously you're
Yeah.
not going to be fully fit. That's 100%. I
Thank
understand that.
you. Yeah.
But obviously we couldn't see the visual. But the Rashford was pointing to injuries here, and here. 6, 7 man. What Ollie needed to understand, yeah.
That's a lot of man, you know.
That's 75% of your starting lineup. Like all he needed to understand, yeah, this is not football from 1999, 2000 and that, where everyone just plays through injuries. Because when you look at Roy Keane, he can just barely walk in a straight line, bro, with his glass hip. Because he ran himself played through injuries and whatnot. Like, Rashford has never been the same. And Skervin will attest to what I've been saying. He's been playing hurt for time. I said that through the Ollie era. And what Ollie's doing is gross misconduct. Now you can't be running man into the ground, bro. These men have careers. These men have families, bro.
Jay.
He ran Maguire into the ground that season. Maguire started that season okay, then fell off. He's probably still injured now the way he still plays. Martial's always injured, so I can't really count Martial. But Rashford ran him into the absolute ground, ran Lindelof into the ground. So he's got a bad back. Shaw's never fit, but Shaw probably ran him into the ground. Played the same team every week. Bear man got injured. That's not how you run it in modern day football. That's facts.
Dre,
Go on.
I'm gonna touch on Ollie in a minute, yeah. I'm just gonna touch on Martial.
Mm.
You see Martial, yeah, what he did, yeah. See what Rashford's telling you, bro. He's not the only man injured in the dressing room, you know. But you see these lads, yeah, they're not complaining because you know why? If they won the trophy, yeah, we'd be having a different conversation, bro. That's part and parcel of the game, Jay. I told you what Gerrard did. He took an injection to win the Champions League. Do you think he's the only player in that dressing room
come on.
to take an
It's not
injection?
like that's not that. It's an injection for maybe a knock. Bro, this man's got a back problem.
Jay,
And
it's
bro, and
yeah,
wait. So when Rashford got injured just before the COVID lockdown, yeah, that was a back injury. Yeah, back injury. You shouldn't rush back injuries. I thought he was going to be out till probably the start of the next season. The COVID lockdown was what, 3 months, 4 months? My man's playing the first game back from lockdown. And what did I say to you, Skervin? I said, Rashford does not look fit.
warrior, Jay. Warrior. That's what you
Warrior.
need,
Don't
Jay.
play through a back injury. Come on.
He must fuck up himself.
Dre, you know, yeah, man's not hearing what I'm saying, you know. See if the player don't agree to play, Dre. You cannot force him to play, Dre. You know, bro, you lot not getting the balance, you know.
Wait.
You're injured, yeah. It's a two-way thing. You can't just put the blame on the manager because you're complaining that you're playing with injury, yeah. There's other lads in that dressing room that's on the pitch playing without
5th of
complaining.
March, 2021, Victor Lindelof admits he's playing through pain with a long-standing back injury.
I'm telling you, a lot. That's why I call
No.
other teams. It's not just our team. Our team is in the spotlight now, but I guarantee you, yeah. Look at De Bruyne. Look at Laporte. Laporte told you he played through the pain barrier, but they've won, Drake. So it's not a thing. You see, when you lose, yeah, it becomes a thing. I guarantee you, even on the winning team, yeah, there was probably players playing. Drake, come on, man. It's football. Players get knocks. They get injuries where they take painkillers, injections, where they think they can play. They want to play. You get my point? If they're injured, yeah, to a point where they can't play, they won't let them play, Drake, because it's an asset. Don't listen to Martial. You see
Oh,
Martial.
wait. So if Rashford said this, yeah, would you be saying the same thing?
He wouldn't have said that, Drake, because it would have been stupid of him. Because he agreed to play. This man get what I'm saying. Like, you see what he said at the end, yeah? I've played through the pain barrier. This is what players tell you when they write their books. They tell you there's games, I've been
But
injured.
here's the thing, yeah, where Ollie's just got to be like, with a bit of common sense, be like, boom, all right. Because you could see these men are hurt and playing absolutely terrible, yeah? You should be like, you know what? Forget. I'm taking you out. You're not playing. Go
Jay,
get the necessary. It's not about winning all the time. You have to take care of these players' career are in your hands.
I agree.
It's facts. And you've got to have some sort of care and due diligence to be like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm not going to play you. He literally ran bare man into the ground to the point, bro, back injuries,
Yeah.
foot injuries. Like Rashford's injuries are not like little light injuries. Now I see why the Rashford's not the same Rashford. Because I don't even think he's recovered from the back injury he had just before COVID. Shoulder injuries, foot injuries, where man can't even wear hard sole shoes, bro.
Jay, the only injury Rashford has had that to make him not recover is an injury he went under the knife. It's the shoulder injury last season. That is when you miss months. Like we're saying, yeah, our players are playing with injury. I agree. Ollie has to take a bit of the blame, but why wasn't Pogba playing, Drake? Because he said he doesn't want to play. Man, get what I'm saying? There's a difference when
Oh, Pogba had a
the
foot injury. He had a foot injury, and bruv, Oli Godasoshka played him in the Carabao Cup against Rochdale. And what happened to Pogba? He re-injured his foot again. Why
Jay,
are you playing Paul Pogba against Rochdale in a Carabao Cup that
he's
went to
coming.
bloody penalties?
He's coming back from injury, Jay. He has to put him out there for him to get
Paul,
fit.
Paul Pogba is a fraudster, mate.
There you
Fraud-
Yeah,
go.
we know
That's
this.
my point.
We
When
know
I
this.
say there's players that will tell you blatantly, I don't want to play, Dre. You can't
Yeah,
force them. So
there
see,
was
for me, yeah, it's 50-50. The manager has to take a bit of blame. I agree. But see, for me, yeah, the player is the asset. He cannot get sacked in it. So if the manager go to you and say, "Can I count on you?" Are you? If he says, "Nah, I can't play," you can't force him, Jay. Don't let them fool you. So when I see players whine and complain after, yeah, it's like, why did you play, bro? Just say you're out in it, like you're doing now, in it. Just say you can't play. You get what I mean? And then it goes to the Glazers as well, Dre. It's not like Ollie needs these players, you know. He's under pressure to get results, yeah. Who is he gonna play? It's not like the squad was brilliant, where you know what I mean. He could leave man out and let them recover. Come on, man. You know what I'm
at the
saying? It go.
time it was actually the worst United team.
You know what I'm saying, bro? We got to put things into to balance
Mm,
straight. A bit of blame has to
mm,
go to the Glazers as well. Because remember, Ollie went the season where he signed no one, you know, where he literally kept the same team. You get what I'm saying, bro?
It
Think
wasn't
about it.
until what's it? Rashford got injured. I think we lost to Burnley at home. Then he went and got
Bruno.
Bruno. Yeah.
See? There you go, bro. So a bit of blame has to go to the Glazers. Not that I'm backing Ollie, obviously. He's to blame as well. But come on, man. He needed them.
Mm.
And I rated them because I knew they was playing injured. I rated them. Remember, Jay, after we lost, I said, bro, you see that made me rate Rashford even more because I know for a player to go out there and give you everything, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can
Ah,
ask.
ah.
I know everyone's different, but for me, see that
I
that is
think there's a
loyalty.
point. The I can understand playing through pain, yeah, because once you get to the end of the season, everyone's pretty much got a knock or playing through
There you
injury,
go, bro.
yeah. But there's goes to a point playing through injury and risking a player's health. And I know people with back pain. You see, when you don't treat that properly, that will mess you up for the rest of your life. Facts. You've
Yeah.
got Rashford does not look the same since he had that back injury. He hasn't. And to me, what Ollie was doing with him, especially that season when we got to Europa League final, was criminal because Rashford was playing absolutely terrible and playing man every week, and you knew he was hurt, giving man injections. Like, I know you need your job, but no man's players' health is worth more than your job. You have a duty of care to look after your players, and he didn't. So to me, 50-50, I agree. Obviously, you decide to play, you decide to take the injections, whatever. But come on, man. Like,
It's true though. Carl Ferguson back in the day, he used to say, right, boom, listen, you're sitting out, and listen, I'm gonna play you in this game in 2 weeks' time. You get me?
I
And he then
even
see-
when Jose was manager, yeah, I think he heard that Jones played for England, and before the game, he took like 5 different injections to play, and
Mm,
he got injured again. And Jose
mm,
was pissed. He was
yeah.
like, "Bro, if a man needs injections to play the game, there's no way he should have been even in the squad."
Exactly.
But Jay, like you said in it, it shows you that it's part and parcel of the industry, innit? It shows you it's part of professional sports, lads. Don't let them fool you, man. I'm
Of
telling you,
course, bro. It
it's
is.
part and parcel, Jay. So I can't say Ollie's wrong for doing it. You know what I mean? For him to be in that position to do it, it shows that he must have been desperate. Do you know what I mean? Because there's certain teams where they got the luxury of leaving players out. Do you know what I mean? We couldn't
Mm,
at the time. We was under pressure, man. Come on.
yeah, that's true. Well, 50-50, but still, duty of care, absolute duty of care. But let's talk about more positive things. Obviously, Manchester United have won 4 games in a row, and a catalyst of that has been the form of 2 England internationals that are due to get call-ups this week. Um, Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford.
My Jenna.
Um, between them, 5 goals and 4 assists. in the 4 wins that we've had this season. What are we saying, lads? Do they deserve their England call up?
Of course, that a trick question. Come on, first name on the sheets, Marcus Rashford, MBE. Come on, man, don't forget.
What?
No, about Rashy, Sancho, definitely. His
Mm.
form's picked up. He's balling. They both deserve it. Come on, man. Definitely.
I think due to the start of the season that they've had, I don't think there's many informed English players, to be honest.
Listen, if Callum Wilson was flipping not injured, he'd be flipping in that squad. But he's been incredible this season. So,
He's been good. He's been good.
bruv,
But
Callum
that's the thing with him.
Wilson,
He's never fit.
bruv, did you see that finish he finished before he got injured, bruv? When he just slightly chipped it, bruv, and it just
Yeah. I remember that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's a quality striker there, bruv. Like,
Mm.
Ivan Tony should be in the shout, bruv. Ivan Tony's bad, fam. You get me?
yeah.
Didn't he
Yeah.
declare to play for Jamaica?
No.
That's a rumor, innit? I ain't see no. I
Mm.
know what you mean. I ain't see
Mm.
no. You know what I'm saying? No facts, but
What we need to do is holler at Ivan
Yeah,
Tony.
definitely won't be going to Jamaica.
nah.
Mm.
But Damari though,
Uh,
Damari
mm.
saying yeah, he might
Oh,
roll.
come on, Damari. Come on, road tree,
You
Mm.
Damari.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I
see
heard
what
even Mason Greenwood.
nah, come on. You're pushing it now, innit? Innit, Skervin?
Don't let me come out of this podcast here now, man.
I heard that. I heard that a while back. Like obviously when he weren't getting picked for England, we didn't know what was going on, but we know now. But like he was like, if he's not getting picked for England, I think his dad's Jamaican, so he's eligible to play for Jamaica, innit? So why not? If his career goes tits up now, well, he already is. But if he has to go abroad, then he might as well just play for Jamaica. They would take him.
It's funny
But
how, yeah, he's only Jamaican now that he's thingy, innit? Flipping hell,
boy,
bro.
same
See
for
how
Mikel Antonio, innit?
nah, we're good, man, with Antonio. But it's funny how man's only Jamaican now that he went left. When it was going right, we didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
In
His
my, in
Jamaican
my
dad.
bad man now, man. In my
You
bad
know
man
them
now.
ones there. Man's man's a suspect now, bro. All of a sudden he's Jamaican. You know them ones. Nah, man. He can stay where he is, man. We work with Tony, innit? You know what I'm saying?
But obviously, Skervin, what's your thoughts? Do you think Rashford and Sancho's call ups are deserved after their starts of the season?
Um, yeah, I think well, they play for Man United, mate. So as long as they do good and score goals, they're gonna get picked for England. That's just how it goes, isn't it? But for me, there's much more better strikers out there. Like Callum Wilson and Ivan Tony, mate. I think they deserve their chance to be on that playing, bro. And especially Ivan Tony, as he gives something different, man. You know what I mean? And,
Do you think it's a bit late? Obviously, this is the last set of England games before the World Cup in literally what 8-9 weeks time. Do you think it's a bit too late to be giving untested players call ups?
yeah, especially under Gareth Southgate's regime, because he's the type of person that he keeps the same squad really together. He don't really tend to experiment like that. But you never know, innit? Like these players could could give him a little twinkle, mate. Give him a little glint in his eyes for them to take him on the plane or take him to the next friendly. You know what I mean? And see what I got.
It's true. That is true. So obviously they've got the call up for these set of internationals. Do Rashford and Sancho make the plane to Qatar?
100%. Come on. I said this before season even started. I said Russia's definitely going to the World Cup. 100%, man. There wasn't even no doubts for me. You know what I mean? People just doubt his ability, but I already know what he can do. You know what I mean? It's light work. He's on the plane, bro. I'm telling
Wait,
you.
so wait, before a ball was kicked this season, you thought Rashford was going to the World Cup?
Yeah, said 20 goals, Rashi. Come on. Before a
Hey,
ball was
Skervin,
kicked,
step in,
yeah.
mate. Step in, Skervin.
Before
Step
a
in.
ball was kicked, Dre. Yeah, come on, back. Come on, bro. Did I
You
not
did
say
say it.
Rashi 20 goals? Oh, okay,
Yeah, I don't know
thank
how
you.
confident you were, to be honest, but
I
you did
would.
say it.
I'm confident, bro. You see, this season is gonna be the best of Rashford. Let me say it again, just so everyone's clear. This season is gonna be the best of Rashford and the best of Bruno. Go on, Skirt.
Really? Oh man, I
You
think
could
you could get away with Rashford, but Bruno, flipping hell, man.
nah, Skirt. You're gonna see the best of Rashford and the best
Mm.
of Bruno. But let's deal with Rashford. Dre, Rashford's on the plane next to Harry Kane. After Harry Kane, it's Marcus Rashford
What, in
striking.
terms of strikers?
Yeah, in terms of strikers. The third striker, that's a bit iffy because Calvert Lewin is out, so it's gonna be Abraham or I don't know, Tony or whoever they choose, in it. But
Mm.
Marcus Rashford, Harry Kane.
Oh, so you're taking Rashford as a striker.
Yeah, 100%. That's what he is now, Drake. You said it. He doesn't want to play in the left anymore. When he does play there, he's doing a job for the team, but he's a striker now. That's where he wants to play, through the middle, innit? And I'm backing him to get 20.
He needs to put
20 in the league.
20 in the league, mate. 20 in the league. Why, yeah.
Uh,
He's one of our
How
own.
much? How much has he gone so
Marcus
far? Four.
Rashford. Huh? Yeah. 20 in the league, mate. All
Has
he
he gone
needs is,
four? He's gone four, yeah.
nah, he's gone free.
Three.
So
Oh,
so all he needs is 17. That's nothing. It's light work. Telling you, it's light work. Marcus Rashford.
oh boy.
All right. Dre, I've said it. I've answered your question. Rashford's on the plane. He's going to the World Cup.
Is Sancho on the plane?
Definitely. Definitely on the plane. Sancho's finally has to pull his socks up. I've said it, and I'll still say it. Once Anthony signs for the club, yeah, Sancho has to start playing football, or he's gonna be on the bench. And he's answered me. He's doing what he needs to do. He know if he doesn't play how he needs to play, he's out of the team now. I'm telling you, bro, it's not no joke no more at United where it's the Langa and all these man, and we need you. No, bro. Get me? We got Anthony, bro. We can go a different angle now, different patterns. You need to pull your socks up. And he stepped up to the challenge. So he's definitely on the plane, 100%. If he keeps the form up, because he's not going to score as much as Rashford. He's not really like that. Like a player that's going to be, scoring
Mm.
like consistently like that. So once he puts in good performances, assists, just build up play, just being, you know what I'm saying? He's on the plane, man.
one
12.
player that I saw that I don't that is comical that he's gonna be on the plane is Harry Maguire, bro.
Mm.
No, you know
No,
what?
honest,
No,
no,
you're
He's,
right.
honestly,
You're
def-
right.
he's definitely going to be on. He'll start. He'll start that first game as well.
that's what I'm saying. That I think
He will
that's
start.
comical to be honest with you.
I don't
But
know
you know
about
Um,
what? I
starting,
think
lads.
I think he will. You know what it is? I think Southgate's copying what other national teams used to do, especially Germany. Like they used to always pick certain players, even if they were having stinkers for their clubs, because they always deliver for their country, innit? Like, what's his name? Closer, brother. You couldn't tell me anything about his club career because he was stinking up at a club career. But when it comes to internationals, didn't he? Wasn't he like the leading goal scorer at World Cups and whatever?
Mm,
yeah,
Like even Podolski, hardly playing for his club, but was always in starting for Germany because he always delivered, innit? But with
yeah.
Southgate, because he's such a football dunce, yeah, he must think because Harry Maguire's good around the dressing room, one of the lads, that it's going to equal good performance for England. When the last time I saw him play for England, they were getting smoked at home by bloody what's his name, Hungary, and Harry
Mm.
Maguire was out here trying to do one man offside lines traps and that. Like, boy, Harry Maguire, man. Oh. But we'll touch on the England squad once that's announced for the World Cup, probably in about 5-6 weeks time. But well, it's a little break in the season, I guess. Unexpected, obviously, due to everything that's happened with the royal family and whatnot. So, out of the big six clubs, I've decided, we'll have a little early season grading. Like, we're gonna grade the big six teams on how they've done so far this season, and is it what we expected? All right. So, we're gonna work from top to bottom. Obviously, there's a team from North London, bunch of losers that are top. We're gonna start with them. Won the first 5 games, but then obviously lost to the almighty Manchester United. About just over a week ago. Um, Letter grading. How would you grade their season after the first 6 games?
A plus.
Mm,
And the reason why I say that is because they've built you can see they've built a mentality in the team and they've bought right. Their signings have worked, you know what I mean? Especially Jesus. Um, and they look serious to me, even though we thumped them, don't get me wrong. But like I said, that was due down to their manager. I think the manager gave gave the game away for us, to be honest with you. Well, Arsenal look good, man. They're looking good. Look like a good team. I know people say that they don't won, but they have to play what's in front of them, and they played well and grabbed the points.
yeah, that's an A plus for Skervin. Ronaldo, what's your thoughts? What's your grading?
I'd say a B plus because I don't think he actually got all that he wanted in the window because they was making late bids for players. So I know he wasn't happy, but they did well, like Skervin said. Just to add to that, I think Arsenal are brilliant. They did all right, but because the manager never got every player that he wanted, I wouldn't say it's an 8, but it was close to an 8. So yeah, in the B plus for Arsenal.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go with a. I'm gonna go say A. I'm gonna give Arsenal an A, just because not even anything to do with the transfer window. I think they had a very good transfer window, but to me, they dropped the ball at Old Trafford. United were there to be beat, and to me, the manager threw that game away. That would have been a statement victory if they won at Old Trafford, especially with United on form the way they were. And shocking management. To imagine they could have been 4 points clear after the opening 6 games. That Arsenal team, Arsenal fan base would have been rocking. They would have been thinking, okay, cool, won at Old Trafford, we could do something this season. But if I'm an Arsenal fan, no matter how well we played, I'm looking at it like same old Arsenal. Go to away at one of the big clubs and we melt. And the only reason they get A is because they've won for the first 5 games. And like I agree with Skervin, beat what's in front of you. But when you get presented with a test, you got to do the job. You got to do the business. And boy, you go 2-1 down at Old Trafford with 20 minutes left, and you literally go gun hose. That's that's tactics I would expect from a PE teacher. So to me, yeah, to me that's an A, just because they won the first 5 games. Um, Moving on to the team that is second in the league, um, the champions, Manchester City. What are we giving their letter grade to start the season?
A. I give City a A because they've replaced everything they've let go, and it's better quality for me. So it's the same level. Quality never dropped. Manager's happy, not complaining about. You know what I'm saying? Who he never got. So yeah,
Mm.
straight A.
Okay. Okay. Skervin, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, A plus as well, isn't it? Like, because that Haaland that they bought, he just seems like a machine, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
he's unstoppable. Like,
The
you know what I mean?
fastest player to double digits in Premier League history.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He's already in double figures.
that's what I mean. It's scary. So, it's definitely gonna be a good season for City. You know what I mean?
definitely.
Mm.
As long as he don't get injured.
Yeah, if
But
he
then
stays fit.
again, if he gets injured, they got Alvarez on the bench, and he
Baller.
looks like a little mini
Baller.
Aguero. But
He's
Exactly.
an absolute baller, Julian
well, he's a
Alvarez.
son of Aguero, bro. The way he strikes the
How
ball,
Mm.
many
the
has he
way he
got off the
finishes,
bench? Like 3 goals or something like that coming off the bench already?
He's
what I'm
got
saying.
4 goals, six
Oof.
appearances as sub 6.
Bro,
Thank
if
you.
you look how he
Four
plays, yeah,
goals
he
straight.
plays
Get my point, Jay.
identically.
So the quality ain't dropped. I'll tell you that for free.
Mm.
He plays identically to like Aguero, bro. The way he strikes the ball, the way he moves, bro. He moves like Aguero, bad, bro.
And this is where you got to rate their scouting system and their transfer activity because they see a player and they get him. They identify
Facts.
him and they go and get him. They
Facts.
don't waste no time thinking, oh, we'll talk to our intermediary to go talk to his lawyer. None of that. They'll go on the plane and go see him himself and go get him. You got to respect City. I give them 2 draws. You shouldn't be drawing against Aston Villa. That's criminal. I ain't gonna lie. I drop that down to a B plus. No, I'll give it a B because for the way they played, who else have they drawn against this season?
Who was it again? Palace, I think.
Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, they
Yeah,
beat
three
Palace.
three. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. A lot of
Newcastle.
games they've been going a goal behind, and that obviously Haaland's been rescuing, but obviously that's not going to work. At some point, you're going to go behind. You're going to lose games. So to me, yeah, it's definitely got to be a B because City don't usually go goal behind. Like they usually just slap teams 3-4-0. Relax, you know what I mean? But yeah, this going behind business and just relying on Haaland ain't gonna work every week. So for me, that it's got to be a B, and you can't be drawing against Aston Villa, bro. They're poor. So yeah. Um, next, third, level on points with Tottenham. I'm not level on points with Tottenham. Level on points with City is Tottenham. My favourites to win the league. Um, they're quietly going about their business, you know. Haven't lost yet. Them and City, the only 2 teams that have not lost yet. Um, what's you guys' thoughts? What's your letters grade for Tottenham?
I would say a B. To be honest, I thought Tottenham were gonna be playing better football than they are. Um, the first game of the season, they looked like they were gonna be unstoppable, but that Southampton team that they started off against was they were poor on the day, innit?
Mm.
Um, I just thought they were gonna be a better footballing team. Do you know what I mean? Um, but saying that they're hard to beat, they ain't been beaten yet. So do you know what I mean? There's still time left, a lot of time left. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, they're going about their business quietly. But yeah, give it a B.
I hear that. I hear that. What's your thoughts, Ronaldo?
Boy, I give them an A as well, you know. It's like they've done their business quietly. They've got the players in that they wanted. You know what I mean? They haven't lost a game. Still early in the season, man. All these signings that they've signed came in and they've done well so far. Richarlison's playing well. You know what I mean? Scoring goals. Like, yeah, man. A, definitely.
I'm giving them A plus because the football's gonna come. They're not playing well. They're winning games.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign at this time of the season because when the football starts flowing, they're going to blow teams away. And I can't lie, Kane's looking good. And he's now got, instead of just being Kane and Song, there's Richarlison. Their midfield
Yeah.
is solid. The defense is still a bit whatever, but that can be sorted out throughout the season. It's a good sign when you're not playing well and you're winning games.
Yeah.
And if you've got gunman up front, well, to me,
Yeah.
I still Kane outside. Kane's in that same class as Lewandowski and Benzema.
Ooh.
I have him there. I have
He's
him
up
there
there. He's up there. He's
because
up there. He's up
I have him there. Like, he's a living legend.
there. Yeah.
He's a living. You got a living legend up front. Just supply the man. He's gonna get you goals. To me,
Yeah.
Tottenham are. I think they were, and it's a good thing because like this weekend just gone, they were meant to be playing Manchester City, so
Yeah.
that would have been a good test to see where they are. But clearly, that's not going to happen now. But this weekend they got Leicester, and then after that it's the North London derby. So we'll see what Tottenham are made of soon. But definitely A+ because they've had a good start to the season. Where usually Tottenham would drop points to some of these small dead teams, and they haven't. So kudos to them. Um, Next up, the team that is fifth in the league. We were getting bantered after 2 games, and I remember I said it's only 2 games in. Relax. Give Mr. Eric Ten Hag, aka Tenors, time. 4 wins in a row. We are now fifth. How are we grading Manchester United after 6 games? Go to you, Skervin.
B. After there's two games at the start of the season to where we are now with like a completely different team. And to be fair, out of all of the teams in the league, I think we've had the best window, if I'm honest, because we've
Mm.
improved like in each position, each position. So we look devastating as well, like we proved against Arsenal. So yeah, so B.
Well,
Oh, got another.
I'm saying A. In terms of the players that came in, where the team was before, um, like all the players coming in to where they are now, it shows that them transfer was needed. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
like you have to give it an A because the turnaround is been the best so far. We're the best team on form now in the Prem. So 4 wins, I don't think no one's topped that. You know what I mean? Like even City, there's a few draws in there. Totty. I'm saying Arsenal, we stopped the run. Maybe yeah, them they got 5 games on the trot, but you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You have to give him an 8 for that window, 100%.
You know what? Yeah, I wanna give him like a A for the last 4 games. I wanna give him a A for the window, but at the same time, to get to that A, it's like we've behaved like if you do it by grades, the first 75% of that window was like an F because at some point it felt like we were linked to every player that was like literally their agent linked themselves with the club in it. Like at
Yeah.
one point we linked Morata, Arnautovic. Like, come on, like if it, I felt like it was a forced good window. Like if Ten
Mm,
Hag never forced the board's hand, we would have had one of the worst windows ever. And also, I feel like those first 2 games were the biggest blessings in disguise. I feel like if Ten Hag's ever at being United is successful, those first two games are going to be the biggest blessings because I feel like if we never lost those two games, we never would have got Casemiro. We never would have got Anthony. We'd still be sitting there with McTominay and Fred.
I agree. I fully agree with you, bro. I do believe that we'd have got Arnautovic or some silly player or
Yeah, like
some Rabiot or something. Some,
so.
I'm saying,
Yeah, even Rabiot, like that was a joke.
some
Ooh, you
random
can't
player.
even negotiate a transfer with his mum. Come on, man. Like, what is this? So to me, I've got to give it a C because how great it ended. The first 75% was like, if it was GCSE grades, it would have been a U because it's an absolute joke how
Mm,
we got to the A, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it's got to be a C because the absolute foolishness is about the same level as the greatness of what Ten Hag's done to get us to where we are now. Because everything he's done since that Brentford game, the whole telling them to train on a Sunday, and he's running, doing 8 kilometers with them, that would gain my respect if I was a player. And I believe that was the turning point.
mm.
I think the players saw, boom, okay, he's in this with us as well, and he takes accountability for what goes wrong here as well. So I've got to as well. So yeah, it's got to be a C for me. But credit to him because boy, we're what fifth. Credit to him. Um, Next up, just below us in the league, we've talked about them briefly. So won't go into it too much, but it's Chelsea, fifth on 12 points. How are we grading them so far?
F.
Skirt. What did you
What?
say, Skirt? What did you say?
Say that a bit louder, mate.
F, mate. You said if we're grading it with GCSE stuff,
F
we're
for
getting
Freddy,
there.
yeah?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate.
Uh,
Football.
I'll let you explain. I'll let you explain it.
They're shocking the shambles, mate. Like they're bringing in all these players. Like they're just spending money like they've got all the money in the world. Like, and they're bringing in these players like Aubameyang. Why did you bring in Aubameyang? Like, bruv, you got
And you had
Broja.
Lukaku.
You get me, and then you had that. You got a Southampton player. I mean, you got Broja that was at Southampton last season, bruv. He ain't even had a chance, bruv, up front either. Like, if you're not gonna use the brother, send him back out on load, bruv. No point just keeping him just dead weight on the bench. Um, bruv, there's bare football decisions that you have to question from Chelsea, bruv. You know what I mean? Now they're going for Graham Potter, like you that are saying that, right? That's the wrong option. Do you get me? You can't manage them or whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I'm going for Chelsea, bro. I don't know what Chelsea are gonna do this season.
I hear you. Boy. Skervin got me with the F. I wasn't expecting that, you know. But
I know.
well explained though. Well
Yeah,
explained though.
it's true.
Um,
Fair
Boy,
points, man.
Ronaldo, very fair
Boy,
points.
I'll say a C plus. Not far from a B. In terms of quality, they they've brought in one or two with reputation because they've got Sterling and Koulibaly. They came with a bit of reputation. Fofana's yet to be proven. What's Cucumber? I can't even say. Cucurella, Cucurella, yeah, Cucurella. Like my man was like Getafe. Like I feel see, I don't know about
Wait,
him, bro.
hey,
He's a bit.
Cucurella's come like Bowie's what's it, sporting director because he went and got Graham Potter for man, innit?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like 65 million, bro. Man's the most expensive left back in Premier League history, bro. Of all the left backs we've seen play in the Premier League, yeah,
Brighton one, you
this
know.
guy is the most expensive ever. Put that in perspective, lads. When I say this is why I give them a C plus, because they've been all over the place. They've signed players that we don't know if they're first team. On match days, I see them on the bench, but they're in their own clothes, bro. It's like it's just vibes, bro. See that youth from Villa and that man's at every game, you know, but he's in his own clothes, bro. Man's Moncler jackets and that. What am I saying on the bench? I don't know what's going on. If he's first team or what, you know what I mean? Like, what
Mm.
is he like? They've signed so many players, like just random players. They've signed a goalie we haven't even seen him. Where is he? I'm thinking, didn't Chelsea sign a goalie, bro, from America? And that? Where is he, bro?
Mm.
Like, I don't even know where he is, bro. Was he first team?
He must be his
On
nephew or something. Must be
on the
Bowie's nephew or
23s.
something.
Thank you, bro. It's just random, bro. Some
Mm.
Italian striker. They've already got Broja. They signed a young Italian striker. Where is he? He's not under 23. So where? You know what I mean? It's just,
Mm.
but like I say, C plus because they've signed players and the results haven't changed. They're still playing rubbish football. You know what I'm saying? But I know the quality's there in it, so I give them a C
Mm.
plus.
Uh, I hate that. I've got to give them a D minus because it come like you see those that them mums that do Christmas shopping the day before and they just end up buying random stuff and like them little cheap pound shops and that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Johnny will like that.
I know what Jay's saying. Time's running out and that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
time's running out, man. You ain't got presents for everyone, so you just gotta they just gotta take what they're given and that. Yeah, like that's what it seems like with Chelsea. Like I've never seen this before. You know what? We criticize Man United and that, but we never act like the way Chelsea have acted. Like in terms of like you're just signing players with no long term aim of what you're trying to do with them. Like you had
Thank you.
Lukaku, you let him go, but yet you brought in someone that's older than him, who left England 6 months early to come back, and he agreed to come to Chelsea just so he could play with the manager, and then you sack the manager a week later. That's crazy. You've bought these young players. I don't actually believe anyone in that Chelsea department knows who these guys are. I damn know for sure Bowie don't know who the hell he is. These guys are. That's ludicrous in itself. We've all discussed Potter. That's just crazy. Chelsea go for the best of the best. You've literally just signed the inkting. So that's all mad in itself. And like the football's just been poor. They've been lucky to win games. Literally. If it weren't for certain refereeing decisions, they would be bottom half. So D minus. The only thing that's been a positive is that Sterling scored goals. That's it. So yeah, D minus for them. The final team out of the big six. We spoke on them earlier as well. Liverpool. Um, yeah, go back to you, Skervin. What's your grade for Liverpool?
Right. I'm gonna give them a E, man.
Mm-mm.
It's been terrible from them, isn't it? Window was shocking, I think, to be honest. Spent one big lump money on one player. And they only added him and Carvalho, right?
Yeah, and Melo at the end.
Arthur. Yeah.
Who?
Arthur Melo.
Exactly.
Nah, he's a good player, lads, man. Let's be fair.
Yeah, he's a good player still. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player, but come on. This is Liverpool, innit? Like we just discussed, like Liverpool are,
For Liverpool
there's
standards, yeah, that's the equivalent of shopping at the reduced aisle at bloody Lidl's, bruv.
mate, that's like when you wait at Tesco Express, bruv, where they're just about to put on the reduced items, bruv. You know what I mean?
Them little yellow stickers
Who's saying that?
Fucking
You
hell,
turn up
mate.
at like quarter. You turn up at like
You know what I
8:45
mean?
and that, and see back
Come
with a
on,
loaf
man.
of bread and that, thinking like,
You know
oh,
what I
one of
mean?
those.
Come on, bro. Every time I watch Liverpool this season, like you see flipping James Milner there
Mm,
in midfield, bro. Come on, man. The
embarrassing.
engine is,
Yes.
bro. The engine's gone, mate. The engine is time belt. The time belt. The team's gone, bro. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
he's
No,
still at
no,
he's still at
no.
Tesco's looking for a meal deal, bro.
He's
Sancho.
shocking,
In it. For
bro.
real.
It's shocking, bro. Bro, if that Fergie always said, if you wanna stay at the top, you gotta build your team, bro. And right now, it look like they're
Yeah.
stagnant, bro. Right
Yeah,
now, it look like they're stagnant, bro. And it don't look good for Liverpool right now. It
yeah. Well,
don't look good.
Yeah.
it's a D from me because
Okay.
they did all right with getting in Nunes and Carvalho, Melo, but like you say, results and how they've been playing. Nunes been missing, lads. Don't forget. Thiago's been. They've had injuries and that, so it's a D for me. They're just below Chelsea, so I give them a D.
Mm. You know what? Yeah, I was about to give them a U, but since you mentioned injuries, I've got to factor that into things. I've got to give them an F because they've looked terrible. They literally have looked terrible. They're the only team I've seen win a game 9-0, and then the next week go back to looking terrible again, bruv. Like,
It's true. That's right.
shocking, shocking. And that game against Napoli was alarming. Very alarming. If any, bruv, I'm not even to be disrespectful, but it come like Queen Lizzie dropping out might have been the best thing to help Liverpool season, because they didn't play last weekend and they don't play this weekend against Chelsea. They've got literally a month till they play their next game in the league. Enough time to get players back from injury. It might help save Liverpool's season, isn't it? Because football's been terrible. You're getting smoked in the Champions League. Klopp's moaning. I'm not gonna lie. Liverpool doing desperation loan deals on deadline day that's poor. Like, that's something I would expect from Man United or Arsenal, not from Mr. Elite Liverpool and that. So yeah, you can't be starting Premier League games with Henderson and Milner in your midfield in 2022, bruv. Nah, yeah, F F for me, absolute F. That wraps up that section. Quickly do weekend preview before we duck out. Three games have been cancelled. Um, they are Manchester United against Leeds, Liverpool versus Chelsea, and Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Completely understandable in regards to all of it's due to policing, due to obviously the Queen's funeral on Monday. United's game is because there's a lot of events going on outside of Manchester, so they ain't got enough police. Obviously, with Chelsea, Liverpool, that needs extra policing. Obviously, the funerals on Monday, that's going to be a madness. And Brighton Palace, obviously, the same as well. You're going to need a lot of police for that, and that can't go ahead. So, the games that are taking place this weekend, um, two games on Friday. First up, Aston Villa versus Southampton. Boy, who we got? Villa or Southampton?
Villa 2-1.
We saying that draw against City is going to reinvigorate their season.
Yep, they're home as well.
Fair point. Fair point. Skervin, you got.
Got Southampton, you know.
Mm,
That Southampton always play good away, you know, and they're
that's
rubbish at
true.
home. So I'm gonna go Southampton.
I'm gonna go Southampton as well. Gerrard's his time's running out. He's got to go soon. And Southampton have looked good this season when I've watched them as well. I don't know where they're signing these young players from, but they're doing a job for Arsenal over there on the south coast. I'm gonna go 2-0 for that game. The other game on Friday, I don't know why it's on Friday, but hey, it is what it is. Nottingham Forest at home to Fulham. Who we got?
That's a relegation one,
Ooh,
6-pointer.
that's a 6 point.
this one's hard, you know. Forrest's got a point to prove.
I'm going for the Mitrovic.
Ooh, I know it could be. I'm trying to think 2-2 or 3-2, but I think it's gonna be goals in this one. I'm saying 3-2 Forest.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Friday night under the lights, City Ground, English Heritage. I don't want to bet against Fulham though. They've looked very good. I've watched them. Andres
That's
Pereira, I see you. Look, pre-season Pirlo. That's his level, isn't it? Fulham. You've got to lose sometime though. I've got to go with Forest. Nah. Oh, I don't know. You know.
It's
Yeah, I'm
tricky.
gonna go Forest. Yeah, I'm gonna go Forest, but I'm not confident. I think there's gonna be a lot of goals. I think it's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna go 4-3 Forest. You know,
It's a
4-3
championship
Forest.
game,
Yeah, 4-3 Forest. Saturday. There's 3 games on Saturday. First one, Wolves against Manchester City. Surely 3 points for City, right?
Not necessary, you know. Wolves is a tricky team, you know. But I get you though. City get early goal.
Hey, guess who's back in the Prem? Diego Costa.
That's what I'm saying.
Diego Costa.
It's a tricky one, you know. Wolves can play football, you know. I'm telling you, they can play ball.
We saying Diego Costa's gonna rough up John Stones.
Yeah,
I mean,
why not, bruv? He's back, bruv. He's in the
I could see City winning it though. 2-1 City, but it's gonna be a tight game, bro. 100%.
Diego Costa to get the winner.
Whoa,
It's
Skervin.
early. It's early kickoff, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
welcome
12:30.
back to the Prem.
It's gonna be a tricky one.
Yeah,
Tricky one.
you know, 12 o'clock's always bring surprises, bruv.
Exactly.
True. The only 3 o'clock game in the Prem this weekend. Newcastle. It was the Eddie Howe derby. Well, I just realised Newcastle versus Bournemouth.
Newcastle, man.
Newcastle, man. 3-1.
Who's Bournemouth's manager? It's a player, isn't it? Player
Probably
manager.
3-0.
Yeah, player manager, isn't it?
Is
Nah,
it?
some guy
Yeah.
that was on. I don't think he's a player.
He's a player manager. He is.
No.
He's not a
Under
player,
is.
Drake.
23.
He was
Under
with
23. Under
yeah.
23 manager, bro. Trust
What's
me.
his name?
I fuck knows his name, mate. But it's
McNeil
under
or something.
Let me find him. He's his manager. Hold on.
McNeil, innit? So,
Just showed me kits. Hold on. I can't. I swear he's a player manager. No. All right. You can't look past. I don't think Bournemouth are going to lose. I don't think they're going to lose. I'm going to go for a draw. Any way they get a draw, yeah, we've got to look at Scott Parker, because if he can't if this PE teacher can get a tune out of Bournemouth, then why can't Scott Parker do it?
Nah.
And Scott Parker's going to walk into another job because he looks like an Armani model and that.
yeah.
Apparently he's actually a good coach, though. You know, apparently he's like one of the best that impressed in the FA coaching thing.
They said this. Wait, hold on.
Well, you never know. He might get Chelsea next, you know.
He probably getting like He'll probably go on to England. Oh,
No, you're a joke. You never know, man. Might get Chelsea.
what are you saying? Scott Parker just needs to hang around the Chelsea boxes and that for Chelsea games and that, just slipping his
You never
CV
know.
and that.
Yeah, you never know, you know.
Hello,
Who
Bowley.
knows?
How you doing? You all right?
I don't know if you heard of me, but I'm Scott Parker. I used to manage in the Premier League.
Yeah, you got a little stint at Chelsea, didn't he?
Chelsea. Yeah,
Chelsea
I used to be. Yeah, man. I used to play for Chelsea. In case you didn't know. Oh, is that correct? Imagine
He
shows
was
my
one of
iPad
the- he
if
was
it's
one of
Chelsea
the
highlights.
first signings, you know.
There you
He
go,
wasn't it?
bro.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chelsea had a
He
stint there,
bought it
bro.
from
Come on.
Tottenham.
yeah.
Good
Man, just
connections
tell them
to the club.
I'm Chelsea heritage and that.
Yeah.
There you go, innit?
And then obviously Todd Bowie's a bit of a stats man in that. All his data analysts and data scientists look at Scott Parker's stats at Chelsea and they realize, hey, you didn't really play that much under Mourinho, did you?
He was a baller, though. He was a baller.
Yeah, he was a tidy player, innit? He was a tidy player still. He won player of the
Like,
year, didn't he? When he was at
yeah,
West
I
Ham.
didn't
Yeah, and they got relegated. Don't know how they managed to do that, but hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we say full house Newcastle, yeah? Well, I had Bournemouth, but yeah, full house Newcastle. 5:30 on Saturday. Spurs versus Leicester.
Ooh. Leicester.
I've got Tottenham.
Can they stay solid? Doubt it, man. Got Totty in it. Totty, man.
Last game, they got smacked up by Brighton 5-2.
Exactly.
Nah, they're getting pumped by the Tottenham 100%.
No, they haven't won a
Ah.
game, lads. They haven't won a
Yeah.
game, bro. So it's
If-
kind of
if-
tricky,
if they-
Drake.
if
Come on,
they
you have to
play-
win at some point. You have
I
to
feel
dig in,
first
You know what it is, yeah?
get a
At the
result.
beginning of the season,
It's over.
I think at the beginning of the season, you could say Leicester were playing well, but unfortunate to lose. But the Manchester United game, they looked toothless. And Brighton, come on, mate. You took the lead and you lost 5-2. Yeah, I feel for Rodgers. I think his job could be on the line if they get smacked again, you know?
100%.
If they
I
score early, Tottenham score early, then it's over. It's curtains because heads will drop, and that's that.
Mm.
They
I
got to
know.
stay in the game. They got to stay in the game. That's what they got to do.
And
I
the,
think
la-
the only... Oh, God.
the last game here, they was arguing with each other. It's never a good sign, bro.
Yeah.
Players are arguing with each other and like that. Come on. It's a joke, man.
I think the only good thing that helps Leicester is that Spurs play Champions League midweek. So,
Mm.
never know. Champions League hangover. But yeah, I'm glad. I think what we saying, full house Tottenham, yeah?
Mm.
All right. Sunday's games, 2 have had to be rearranged. One's been pushed back in time because of a cancellation. So Brentford and Arsenal's at 12 o'clock on Sunday. It was meant to be at 2 o'clock, but because of the Chelsea-Liverpool game being cancelled, that's been moved back to 12. Arsenal got a European game on Thursday. Literally less than 3 days rest, and they're playing against the Energizer Bunny of Brentford. What we're saying here, it's not as easy as it looked before the fixtures list changed and whatnot. Do we see Arsenal collecting 3 points here?
The game's cancelled.
Brentford are at home.
The game's cancelled on Thursday, innit?
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well, they've got time in it. Yeah, their games. Yeah, they don't play in Europe. Yeah, they ain't got enough police. Yeah, they got a full week. What are we saying? Brentford versus Arsenal, 12 o'clock on Sunday.
I say Arsenal. Just. I can see Tony scoring, but I can't see them winning the game. So
I'm gonna go a draw, man.
Mm.
I say Arsenal. Where's the game? Emirates.
No, Brentford.
Ooh,
Tricky one, you know.
tricky. So sleepy.
I'm gonna say Brentford just because it's 12 o'clock on a Sunday. Brentford are gonna be up for it, especially after what they done last season at home to Arsenal. Brentford scored that early goal. You never know, but I don't think 12 o'clock on a Sunday is hard. 12 o'clock any day is hard, but the Sunday you want to be in your yard, chilling. You ain't played in 2 weeks. 12 o'clock on a Sunday is a bit.
I know
You
it's
know
a
what I
bit
mean?
odd, innit? Yeah, but
But yeah,
I've
I'm
got
going
Arsenal.
Brentford.
I'm going Arsenal, man. Comfortable. I think Arsenal's gonna take the piss, bro.
Oh, you
Jesus.
think so?
Yes,
Wow.
I think Jesus is gonna take the piss, bro. But Tony's gonna get a goal. So I'm going Arsenal. Big scoreline. I think Arsenal gonna slap them, bro.
Whoa.
Seriously,
Okay.
like revenge and that. What happened last
Mm.
season? I think Arsenal gonna go there. And seriously, I honestly do. I think Arsenal gonna beat them comfortably. 3-1, 4-1.
Whoa. All right. So I got Brentford. Ronaldo's got Arsenal. Who you got, Skervin?
I'm going for a draw. And I reckon it's going to be a 2-2 or it's going to be a 2-2 or 3-3 or something like that. I reckon it's going to be one of them a good game Sunday lunchtime.
Okay. All right. Final game of the weekend, 2:15. We've got this is the David Moyes derby. Everton at home to West Ham.
Mm.
Who have we got for that one? Both teams, I don't think. Well, West Ham have won a game now, but Everton haven't won a game yet. 4 draws, 2 defeats. I think West Ham are playing in Europe this week. Their game hasn't been cancelled, has it?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Yeah, so West Ham got Europe and then 2 p.m. on a Sunday.
Mm.
That game, I reckon, will be a draw. 1-1. But West Ham might just nick it. You never know. I can see that being a draw.
I'm going to go Everton.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go.
You've got only them and Leicester haven't won a game, but at some point you've got to win a game, innit? And you're at home. If you can't beat West Ham after a European game, then yeah, you don't deserve to be in the Premier League and you don't deserve to be a manager, bruv. Lampard's job, he's due to go at some point this season, but yeah, you've got to get your first win some point. And I'm going with them to beat West Ham.
All
right, then. Well, that wraps it up, lads. Been an interesting one. Obviously, no football this week due to Queen Lizzie dropping out. But yeah, we've still giving you quality content again. Please like, share, subscribe, share with your mates, share with your friends, share with your dogs. Do whatever, mate. Show love for the love of the game. Lads, any words before we head off?
Don't know. Keep supporting. Don't know.
100%, 100%. We'll be back next week, reviewing the Premier League games, all the latest football news. We'll look ahead to the Champions League again next week as well. For myself, Dre, Ronaldo, Skervin, we're out. Peace.
Peace.
God save the king.
Oh, Jesus.
You have to get in there, man. Come on. Tributes.
Oh, gosh. All right, cool. Cool.
All respects to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Hey, actually, before we go as well, R.I.P. Chris Cabra as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Real.
100% R.I.P. Chris Cabra as well. And
justice.
ratings for the protest on Saturday. I know Sky tried to do their little corrupt journalism by saying they were marching for the Queen and that. No, they weren't. It was a nice, peaceful protest up to Parliament Square, I believe. No arrest at all. Good
Yeah.
job. Obviously, everything that's going on the Queen, obviously that's got to put it a little bit of a backseat, obviously, because it's this country in it. But once that's all died down, get back to protesting as well. Don't let this die down because he was assassinated. We ain't gonna get too much into that because that we'll leave that to the political teams and political broadcasts to do all that stuff. But yeah, R.I.P. Chris Cabba, man, 100%.
Yeah. Congrats.
But yeah, R.I.P. anybody else that's dropped out in the last week. And yeah, like Skervin said, actually, I'm not gonna repeat "God save that guy," but yeah, peace and love. um, peace and love is another great episode. Peace.
Yeah. Love.
Peace.